my bowel movements to look like this because I would want to create effortlessly something that beautiful in a bodily function.
Oh my God.
We've made it.
Here I am.
Here we are.
There I am.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is still going.
We
so
are
we're gonna
getting
make
There's
a little
not. We're
Windows
not on
ready.
anything at
No,
all.
I love it.
This is
I
just the
love
three of
it.
us.
No, we're live. We're live.
we're live?
We're live.
No,
Yeah.
we're not.
I
Are
We're
we?
live. Yeah, we're
love
live
it.
now.
No, we're
We
not.
are right now.
Hello.
I'd rather
This-
not be.
This is.
Happy birthday. You're still here.
That's right.
I'm
you
still.
go.
I'm
That's
still indentured to this servitude. Fuck. Get the fuck out of this planet.
This is the exciting news here.
What's that?
This was
Oh.
$8.
Oh my god, this looks like an Ollie's purchase. What is this?
No, I got it at the Salvation Army.
Oh man! Oh, even better. Was Mr. Lehman out there directing
Yes,
you?
yeah, of course
Get
he
the
was.
fuck out of the zone!
Look, I love Salvation Army. There's nothing wrong with that.
What on earth is
So
this?
this is a stand that there will in the future be a TV
Oh
mounted
wow!
on.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And for the days that just you and I are here, this chair will roll away and this will roll in front of that microphone and Chris can call in as if
Oh
he's
my
here.
For
What a-
$7.99.
What an insane situation that nobody asked
There's
for.
going to be a webcam on top of the
Oh,
TV,
I
so
love
we'll
it.
look at him to look
I
at
And
him,
love
he'll
it.
see us.
and he'll see us.
And then he'll also see an
also
infinity
see the
screen of.
Yes, it'll be perfect.
Man,
I
that's
love
so
it. Yeah,
great.
so it's
And that'll
gonna be
be his
good.
portal into into
Yeah.
hell.
Exactly.
Straight.
And we can make a
Chris
little
hell.
ghost body to put around the TV.
Oh my god, that would be. Oh my god, yes. Say no more. I've got
Yeah,
it.
no.
Great.
Yeah, we're gonna
I'm
make
on
it
it.
work. We're gonna make it work well.
I'm on it.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Jeez.
a blast.
What size TV? I will go and buy
I
like
already have it.
a 28
Matt's got a
28-inch TV. Is that the size? I'm thinking about?
28 inch.
28 inches. Does that sound like it's enough?
I think it's 30 something. I don't remember. what it is.
32
I
inch
have so many of
TV.
them.
I will bake a clay ghost to fit the size.
That's
of
what we
that
can
thing.
do. Yeah, that we could just have them lined on top. We'll
Put
figure
a little
something
sheet
out.
Yeah.
over it. It'll
Yeah,
be
yeah,
okay.
that's even better. It's even better.
Oh wow, that's a good
A
idea.
hula hoop and a sheet.
Yeah, and we'll
That's
just
all
have
we
his
need.
eyes
All
cut
this
out where his eyes sit.
Bacon, all this shit.
Yeah,
Oh my God, we're making
Making
it so hard for
I love
way
ourselves.
too
We
difficult.
don't need to do
what am
any
I
of that
doing?
stuff.
Why am I ever
Too,
thinking?
well, it's just too
I
many.
was
thoughts,
granted
less
the-
thoughts.
This is the cruel irony. I was granted a brain, but it's moderately functioning. So
Right. Well,
it feels like I have profound thoughts, and when in reality they just are a total waste of air.
That's a great song too. That's let's see. I think Michael Bolton helps with that one. If I'm not
Michael
mistaken.
Bolton,
If I can,
an angel of
what
music.
is going on? Oh, there it is. Okay. I think that's what it is. So I know we got one here. I don't know who you are, but
Who?
Probably Juan.
But,
What?
But whomever
I
it
don't know,
is,
whoever you are, just
Thank
letting
you
you know
for
we're
being
waiting for
here.
some Windows updates
yeah,
over here on the
it's, do
recording
not
computer.
do not turn off your computer.
Please.
Yes.
But we're live
Be
until
patient.
then.
Yes,
For the
exactly
in the
right.
meantime,
We're here to keep you company.
We're shooting the shit.
And
We're
by
sh-
God, we're going to do it.
we're shooting the shit like it
So
murdered our
we're probably
son.
going to get kicked off of things if I'm playing fucking music. We can't do this. But anyhow, you'll just hear the beginning. It's there you go. It's Michael Bolton.
Was
He's
that
just
Michael
like-
Bolton?
It's Michael Bolton.
Yeah,
Yes.
What?
that's
Yeah,
Lonely
so,
Island,
yeah,
right?
Lonely Island, absolutely.
Ah.
It's a beautiful thing.
See, I've only heard him with Jack Sparrow.
That's
Lonely
Lonely
Island.
Island. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the return.
He does
Yes.
more though. He does
Oh
other
my
songs
gosh.
with them.
Yeah,
He did the
fantastic.
Hercules song that we sang at graduation for 6th grade.
Yeah, yes,
I
he
can
did.
run the distance. Right?
Man, it's something like that.
Yeah.
I can find my
Somebody
way.
please correct me in the chat,
I
please.
Yeah,
can
we
go
can't-
the distance.
We certainly can't play it on the air. We know that.
No, we
much.
can't do
We
it.
can't do that. But
Copyright infringement?
Yeah, we'll
because
get shut off.
since we're on, we've
Zuck will get
they'll
us.
zuck us right off
Zuck
the air.
can, he can zuck
What if-
off, he
what
can
if-
zuck off whatever he wants
What
to,
if
but
we sing it? Does it make it okay?
No, it's just as long as it doesn't match up to that AI
So,
that's
Well,
ear
just
that's
sing a
constantly
little
listening.
off key.
does it
Yeah.
pick up karaoke?
No,
Bits?
well, that's a good question. I think
Oh,
karaoke makes it under the radar.
Okay.
Because if you could just play the karaoke music and we sang over it, then
Yeah,
now we're
then-
talking about.
Then we could.
Now we're
probably
consistent
do
with
it.
our brand where we're
Yeah.
causing suffering.
Yeah,
See what I
this
mean?
is it. Right.
Love it.
We got to bring. Yeah, we do need to bring a little bit of suffering back into the
Mhm.
game because this is not. It's not gonna. It's,
I've been pleasing you
it's-
people
it's
for too
too
long.
It's been going all right.
You're
It's
way
time
too. You're
for
getting way
things-
too comfortable with being zucked,
Yep, that's right. We got to get some wrenches.
zucking hard
Gotta
and
get some
wet.
wrenches
Zucked
into this
in the
thing.
head.
Zucking. Zucking bullshit. That's what it is. If Mark Zuckerberg if he were to ever meet us, I'm
Is he
pretty
still
sure
alive?
he would use
Is he
his
like a
billions.
live person? these
Well,
No,
days?
he's never been live. He's a live
Partially,
AI.
I don't
Wow.
think.
He's
yeah.
like it's like chat with a live person on
Right.
when you're getting help on a website. That's
Chat
him.
GPT or whatever it's
Yep.
called.
Yep, that's it.
That's Mike Zuckerberg.
That's it.
That's Mike
it,
Zuckerberg.
Mike. Yep. Mike.
He's doing great.
That's Mike Zuckerberg. Damn you, Mike Zuckerberg! I do not give consent. I do not give consent for Mike Zuckerberg to take my children or my eggs.
Nope, not this year. But he does do a hell of a rubber roof.
I'll tell you, he got it. Nothing
He's
sticks to that
all
roof.
about it. No way. It's a
Both
single layer.
insults and
Mhm.
raindrops,
Beautiful.
bouncing off like it's the impotent taunts of a bully.
Right, like it's meant to be.
God, I can't. My brain
It's-
will not
don't-
work, you guys.
Don't do it too
I
much. Yeah.
suck.
Yeah.
I don't know why the fuck anyone ever wants to listen to this garbage.
Well, that's because we're here. You
Mm.
just have to be around. That's really.
if I had, could you imagine if I had like no skin, but I was still like alive? It would be so
I mean,
interesting to watch me at
visually,
least.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but
And I would also
how
just
would you
be,
stay moist? Yeah.
We would have to spritz him. We'll have to
Yeah,
spritz him every now.
We'd have to get you one of those things like they have at the
sprinklers.
like they have at the grocery store to keep that broccoli
A
from drying
mister,
out. Yeah.
like a,
Mr.
we need
Just
a
on a
This is
timer.
Mr.
Yeah,
Gervasi.
this is
we need
Yeah.
like aqueduct system. We need like
That's right. We
um,
gotta
An
get a whole
adequate.
Gotta get the
pipe.
whole thing,
Yeah.
all the drainage and all the things.
Oh,
Yeah, so we
fuck.
can get all that working. That's absolutely right.
irrigation. That's what we need.
Yeah, it is an irrigation situation for sure, without a doubt.
I just
Uh,
referenced Rockadoodle and I feel real embarrassed about it.
Oh my god, you referenced Rockadoodle?
Yeah.
Well,
What was the
This-
reference?
The adequate pipe.
Mm.
Not an aqueduct pipe.
Oh,
It's adequate
pipe.
pipe.
I have seen Rockadoodle
It's
several times in my
so
childhood,
emotionally scarring
but
as a
I
child.
haven't watched
oh,
it
it's
and
so
since then.
good. It's so
Oh
good.
man,
But yeah,
it's,
so they're going down the aqueduct pipe,
Mhm.
which means it's gonna get filtered into like the city.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, oh no, the adequate pipe. They're gonna die.
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah, it's like the
What?
henchman. He thinks they're gonna drown in there because it's adequate.
because it's what's adequate.
The water, I guess.
Like it's enough.
Yes.
Oh, I see that he's trying to kill them. I get it. I get it.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, I was trying to get on board with the
I don't know
perspective
why
from a character. 'Cause I was
my-
like, isn't that a bad thing to
It's
die?
the same guy who likes.
Anyway, I don't know why anybody fucking listens to me.
This is where my brain
Watch
is.
me fumble about when I'm just having normal conversations with people.
Is it normal?
I mean,
Yes.
it
Yes.
constitutes normal for me.
Yes. Yes.
I
I'm
mean-
referencing a movie from like the 90s.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah,
That's it.
but-
That's not that long ago.
Once again, I said I've seen it. It's
It
just
is-
been an
it's very
eternity.
good.
That's all it takes.
I haven't seen like Fern Gully.
Oh my
Sunset
gosh.
Beach,
That is one of my
uh,
favorites.
Fire
God.
Goes West.
Oh my god.
I love those movies
Dom
as a kid.
DeLuise.
Oh, Dom DeLuise is
Dom
Dom good
DeLuise.
cheeses, Dom good cheese, a Dom good price.
Man.
Dom DeLuise was an angel.
Oh, every
Yeah.
time. Every time.
He played
God-
Itchy
got the
and
job
All
done.
Dogs Go to Heaven.
Mhm.
That's right.
I dig the whole Don Bluth
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
animations.
yeah. I loved all that stuff.
So
We
good.
talk about that every now and then. Allison and I'll
Yeah.
converge on those things, but it's been a long time since I've seen those like cartoon movies and
Oh,
stuff.
so
when we were
good.
kids.
They're on the Plex.
Yes.
They're on the Plex.
Mhm.
Oh
I bet.
shit!
Oh yeah, man.
They're like dark, but they're so beautiful.
Yes.
So nice.
That's all.
I feel like this coming weekend we should record a two-headed if you don't have anything going
Y'all
on.
should.
I do have open house both days.
Yeah.
Both
Saturday and Sunday, yes.
Well, we can do it at the next weekend though.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll do it
we
the
could
next
we could do
weekend.
it after one Saturday. Or
What
something, really.
time you got Saturday?
So
as far as-
we're done at 5.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll figure it all out.
Yeah, but there's plenty of material now on the Plex.
That's exactly right.
Matt sent me a message.
Which ones can dance? Who will be? Baby, will be.
Now that song is not copyrighted.
That's right. Not today.
Yeah, I don't know if it is actually.
I think they do
There's
have a
probably
copyright.
like
It was on
has to
TV.
copyrights.
It was
Has
on
to
TV.
be,
It has to be.
yeah.
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 Yes. It's somebody owns it.
Yeah, somebody's owning
They're not
it.
letting that float out there for free. I don't think so.
Moon River Rock.
Mm-mm.
Moon River Roll. Moon River Rock. Down in my soul.
When is the new season ever going to come out?
Someday.
He's busy, man. He's got like
yeah,
he's
now
developing.
like Paul Rudd and
Yeah,
like,
he's got that movie Friendship coming out. Have you seen that?
Priorities.
Yeah, I saw the thing for it.
priorities.
That's all right. He's got 3 seasons worth. I'm sure it'll come back. It's
Yeah.
it's only
Well,
gaining
And
popularity.
then that
Right.
one girl who's in it is in. I don't remember what the movie was. Do you remember me showing you that clip? It's like this bride movie where she's like
Is
the
it
bride.
Patty?
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
she's the
yeah.
best.
No
she's in
way.
this movie where she's the bride and like, oh, I can't remember. It's like She-Hulk freaking shows up
Really?
and she's like, I want you to just be Jen. And she's like, okay, I'll just be Jen. She shows up as like She-Hulk.
Oh, you're
Uh-huh.
talking about the She-Hulk TV show
I
that
think
she was in that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Patty's
okay.
in
Well,
it.
how
Patty's the
about
bride.
that?
She's like, I'm the
That's
bride.
her friend. I remember you showed me this clip. Yeah, it's from the TV show.
I need to be the center of attention.
Yeah, she's like, you're
she's
taking away
great.
all
She
the
made
attention right now.
She's a
Fantastic.
snotty little thing.
It's
I love it.
fantastic.
Oh, I love it.
Her
Fantastic.
sense of humor is so funny.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. She does a stand up. You should watch her stand up sometime. It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, she's so unabashedly like just wild as
Right.
fuck.
I love it.
Yeah, she's very unpredictable with what she says. It's great.
Yep. Yep. It's definitely something that you enjoy watching with a little bit of a barrier there, something so you're not directly involved.
Yeah,
because
no, I
God
wouldn't want
only
to be
knows what's
next
about
to
to happen.
it or
Separate
receiving it.
emotions.
That's right. So, exactly.
Because I would be I'd feel so awkward.
right.
It's
It's
experiencing that.
real bad.
She was talking about on an interview I saw that she was like trolling like Nabisco and was talking about how they don't care about like gay and trans stuff. And it was fucking hilarious. Just I can't remember the whole bit that she was doing, but she was just on Twitter like just trolling them
Rip roaring away.
constantly.
We're gonna get this damn thing working.
Look, this computer is it's gonna take its dear sweet time and we
Apparently,
don't care.
I think I have a feeling. Well, no, I don't have any feelings anymore. They're all gone. But maybe we'll get this thing working. We'll find out.
Who
We'll
knows?
all get through this
The
together.
computer, the computer, if it didn't present issues, it wouldn't be our show.
That's right. Exactly right.
We wouldn't
yeah.
know what
if
to
there
do with
weren't if there weren't
ourselves.
technical difficulties, we wouldn't know what to do with ourselves.
Screamed at like Freddy Krueger.
That's the mood I'm taking this whole month, by the way. I'm
Yeah,
going for
that-
that. That sets the tone.
That's right. I'm looking. In fact, this was just on. This was just on. I was just watching. I think you should leave, and this was the episode that was on.
Lovely.
Been seeing
You don't
that
know
one in
how to
such a long
treat the
time.
crypt keeper.
Yeah. Yep.
It always just makes me think of MonsterCon.
Yeah,
Oh, it is. It's
Yeah, right,
MonsterCon.
right, exactly right. You've
It
got
is.
to know.
That's part of the endearing
Yeah.
quality of it, of that particular skit.
Right. It's a beautiful thing. Terry has figured out how to send us little gift things.
Oh,
Yay.
Terry, send us all the
And
gifts.
So
All of
put
them.
It, I'll put it up on the big screen here so you guys can see what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot, it's us.
Terry's let me go to town.
Monsters.
Yeah.
The hearts. That's great. Zucking the dick, baby.
There we go. That's how we're doing it.
Yeah.
So
Big
we're-
old zucking. Mark Zucchini Bird.
Yeah, that's it.
It's good for you.
Zucchini
Put it
bird.
in your mouth.
Do it. Well, and sometimes you get indicted later, but you just you've got to.
I'm not. You just pretend like you never heard English
if
words.
there's one thing you can't get back, it's the time it takes for your zucchini to rot. We found
That's
that out
true.
a long time ago.
And it's very important to rot it quickly.
It's very
I
important.
kind of
to do
wish.
that.
I mean, I do feel like Zuki Rot has a bit of a. It does have a bit of a use case.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
Zuki Rot. Because imagine, okay, how often do we put produce in our fridge only to look at it like a week later rotting,
Oh my God, yeah.
and you just throw it right out?
And it's a drawer. It's a drawer.
Yeah,
You might
it's
as
a
well
drawer.
just throw it right in the trash
Put it
can.
right in. Go
Out of
home,
sight, out of
trash.
mind. I don't know where I thought I had something. I
If
don't
you
know what
don't
it
take
is.
one of those asparagus and start munching on it when you
Right.
get home from the grocery store,
Right.
you might as well just throw them all in the trash
Mhm.
because you know you're not getting to it.
No way.
You know you're not.
Nope.
Right.
Nope, not a chance. Not unless you eat it that day. Not unless it goes.
I bagged
We
up
ain't
a bunch
going to
of
do
our
it.
produce left over from your birthday shindig.
Mhm.
I've just been peeling away at it.
Oh, you're
Every
trying.
day.
You're trying your best.
Every day.
I mean,
I
we
was
tr-
It's great.
we try,
These
but
vegetables
It's all about.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
It's all
feel
about.
real healthy.
It's all about the recycling.
we do what we
program.
can. But we all know that you have to buy. You can't just buy like a couple carrots or like some broccoli.
The
You
ghosts
can't
are
buy-
going to get some of them.
The
That's
ghosts-
what you have to settle on. The ghosts are going to eat some of the life out of these
Yes,
things.
Dracula's
that's
gonna-
why they go brown. They don't like to tell you that in school because it
Mm.
scares the kids. But
The
once
ghosts are stealing the
that's,
life
that's
from
right.
your.
You just have to
from
go.
your
You
fridge.
just have to go to science school, and then you'll find out it's ghosts. Ghosts are the reason why vegetables rot.
Once you finally learn science.
Then they're like, all right, now you understand the world enough that you have the framework to not collapse in like a dying star as we give you this ultimate reality, which is, unfortunately, there are
There's
ghosts, and you're safe, but your produce is not.
They
So,
do mean you harm, but only only
not
like
only in a very
by
specific drawer of the
association.
refrigerator. They're only going to get to oh my god, we have 100% complete. That's a good thing to see.
Yay!
So we should be ready to start this nightmare.
Ghouls
But the
and
good news is
screams.
it's going to be worth the wait. We've got a lot to
No, it
talk
won't.
about. It's going to be terrible.
It's not going to be worth
I'm
anything.
ready.
head off.
Yeah, it's not going to get any better.
Oh, never, never, never.
But it's good. We got 2. We had 3. We're down to 2. That's what we like to see.
What's that, in that corner picture? Am I like in a
Huh?
spaceship? What am I? What
Yeah, you're in a spaceship.
Okay, cool.
Where?
Yeah. Yeah,
Up in the top
one
corner
up there.
there.
Yeah.
On our live
Yeah,
stream.
Chris is the comet
scene.
going by, and you're on a spaceship.
And you're doing the
Oh.
Baphomet
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Where's your tits?
Yeah, it's under the shirt.
Where's the
Modest.
tits at?
We're on YouTube. It's for kids, you know.
I mean, you could at least show a little bit of like, you know,
I get some
Some
cleavage
shapes,
going.
yeah.
Yeah, I got to work on the
Shape it
neckline.
up,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I got to get my.
get a plunging neck.
yes, that's what
shirt.
I can do. One of those torn deals. They have them at the Jack Daniel's shop. You know, where you just have little slits like horizontally out of it. You know?
Just cover the nips.
As if I was somehow mid transformation to werewolf and realized, hold on, I don't want to ruin this shirt. Yep, that's what you could do. That's how you get it done.
This is how we do it.
Did you hear the SpaceX shit? Terry wants to know.
Oh,
Huh?
was that where they landed a craft back onto like the landing gear?
Sounds like it.
Yeah,
Sounds like
Yeah, I did see a
Sounds like a
video of
Yeah.
this, Terry. I saw
Yeah.
I saw randomly, I was like, I just was scrolling around and I saw this. It looked like it was being played in reverse.
yeah,
But it
did.
was like
It really did.
but it wasn't straight up. It was coming back and like at an angle. And I was like,
Hmm.
what the fuck is this? I can't remember where this was. I think it might have been Australia, or I want to say it was like in another
Well, everything
country.
goes backwards there. Toilet.
Yeah, that's right. Everything's
yeah.
swirling. So,
It's perfect.
but no, I did see this, and it was pretty incredible. I
Yep.
was like, fuck. And then I thought it was my first thought when I saw that was like, alien technology is always portrayed as kind of being without propulsion, like
Sure.
fuel explosive propulsion, right?
Mhm.
Somehow they're propelling it, with something that's not fossil fuels.
Right.
But here this thing looked like it was going to blow up. It,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
it was engulfed in flames on the bottom. I thought it was going to be a disaster. I thought it was going to be another Challenger situation.
You know what my first thought was? Who the fuck is going to go up on this thing for the second ride?
I think that we should always put second grade teachers on spacecrafts just to up the stakes, just keep the stakes high. I like that because I feel like it keeps people accountable.
Like, yeah, there's a shortage of astronauts in this world, but second grade teachers
We'll offer to pay them a year's worth of salary.
everywhere. You got to get more than a year.
$20,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's barely enough to cover the spacesuit. They got to cover their own expenses too.
Yes, I agree, Terry. I mean, yeah, they're just dropping rockets in the ocean. They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll skim them out like it's a pool.
Yeah, exactly right. The only
Hit
thing
the
that the
long
guy,
arms.
yeah, he goes by on the on the ocean liner.
Oh my
You
God,
got
what the
all
hell's
kinds of things.
I think I'm finally getting the
it's Friendsgiving.
yeah. Oh, it's Friendsgiving's going off.
Yes.
Friendsgiving,
There you
baby.
go.
It's Stephanie Thumb.
We gonna friend it up.
Friend time. We're still working on updates. This is absolutely maddening.
Seriously? Oh my God, it's 8:30. We're gonna
It's
start
ludicrous.
at this show at like.
You know what we might just do?
What?
We might just
9:30.
pull the audio stream off of this fucking thing. How about
Yeah,
that?
who cares?
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the intro tape. We're gonna do this completely guerrilla.
Doing it raw.
Guerrilla warfare, everybody.
Raw dog it.
So I have to figure out how to get to what I need to get to here.
What?
Yeah, you got to raw dog it sometimes. You can't always go in planned.
You know what I'm talking
So,
about.
we're restarting. Watch it fucking be ready the second that I get this up.
Restart.
It's
Well,
the threat.
it's
the
it's
threat.
a
It is.
win-win because if we just do the kickstart opening here, we
Yeah.
can just redo it there. It
Right,
doesn't
exactly.
really matter.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't make a fucking difference. All right, there we go.
Yeah, no, our computer. So technically, we haven't even begun recording the actual
This is all
audio
pre-show.
that we share for the next day.
Pre-show. There you go.
It's just our streaming shit.
Oh yeah, this is not the right thing. Where is it?
Hello.
Here it is.
It was me.
Well, at least you're catching all the good parts,
Is
Terry.
the
As soon as we get onto the actual recording, it's going to just start
It's gonna get
seriously
You'll
decreasing
know
in quality.
we started because it'll get quiet.
Is the hello from that woman getting water?
Yes, yes, that meme of the girl where she's just like she's asleep and they pour a whole bottle of water in her face, and after all of it's been poured out, she goes, "Hello."
Maddie and I just say it at work at this point. I've lost sight of what the original is.
Yeah, you don't need to know that. You don't need to know the source anymore. We don't know the people
There
that
it
came
is.
up with these words.
What are these little emojis?
It's like eyeballs with hands.
They're like little macaronis.
Yeah, it's macaroni
I
eyes.
have to go to.
Go to bed, Terry.
Oh, good night.
Good night.
It feels more like he's being told, "Go to bed."
No, if you gotta go, good night.
That's right.
Good night.
Night, sleep tight. We're about to start the show. Here we go.
You're doing the right thing to go to sleep before we begin.
Here we
Truly.
go. It's we're gonna do this, and we're gonna start. Here we go. This is gonna be fucking crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Yay! And then space!
What does that do? Did that blow your mind?
That just happened. This corner weighing in at 180 pounds. Darkness, everybody!
You got a dirty, whorish mouth.
Bunch of fucking amateurs. Am I wrong? No. Am I wrong? Yeah. Okay then. Hail to the king, baby.
Yeah, fuck it, dude. Let's go, Bull.
If you tell anyone about this, I'll fucking kill you. I'm kidding. We'll come back by tonight. Okay.
Let's go, everybody! Welcome to another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt,
And Allison.
Hi.
And here we are, everybody. The audio quality is severely diminished because the recording computer has decided to do Windows updates moments before the beginning of the show.
I mean, like it's been at it for at least 20 to 30 minutes.
It is doing its best.
Yes, it's
I know we
doing-
got here a little bit later, but like we were
Yeah.
trying to aim to kind of start around the 8 mark,
Yep.
Yeah.
like we normally do.
Yep.
And
we
so
do
I'd
great.
say that this thing's been at it for at least a good
That's
30,
right.
40
We've-
minutes. So
Yeah.
We've got a sin, as they would say in Greek.
Mhm.
We've missed the mark.
it's
But
a sin. Boy, oh boy.
But-
have we
Allison.
that's
fucked
it.
it. Allison.
And see, now it all comes back and it's okay again.
We do have an Allison.
That's right. That's what we want. Along with that, we also have something. I think it's Matt's birthday.
Tio Pepe.
But I think wasn't my birthday also on a Tuesday?
It was this year.
It
We
100%
both
thought
was.
so.
We both have had birthday podcasts. And what the hell else am I going to
There
do
we
on this
go.
fucking day than come to this
That's right.
podcast?
That's right.
It's the only people in my life that I even see or matter to me are right in this room because, like we've established, nothing else that happens in my daily life is
That's
real.
No.
I'm in this room forever.
Yep.
I'm a program
this-
that runs that mimics a sense of a reality outside of just
This is
being in the seat here. It's the Matrix.
I love it.
Well, so we've got quite a bit to recount here because
Yeah, we've got a
Yes.
whole week's worth of
not only did we not see you last Tuesday,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right, but we had quite an excursion
Mm-hmm.
previous to that, and that was we went to the very first inaugural. What is it?
Inaugural?
Inaugural.
Inaugural.
The Eggnog Building that now will be known as DonCon.
That's
So,
right. It used to be MonsterCon.
not
Now
anymore.
it's Don Con.
Not
baby.
anymore.
Pay
no.
paradise and put up a parking lot.
That's exactly, that's
Ooh,
exactly
dun, dun,
right.
Oh, here I am.
Yeah, what
Here
up?
I am underneath a
Don
blare of tar.
Oh,
We'll never have the
man.
home that we once had
No.
any longer. I mean,
No.
it's still the building stands, but it's
Yeah.
covered in fencing and it's going to turn into a weird
Grass.
condo
I'm sure it's-
situation.
I'm sure
It's
there's
trash.
tigers that have been lured
Yeah.
around there.
They let them loose.
They lured them in with the fake horses.
We gotta let nature take back over again. They
Yeah.
they shipped in tigers. They're like, yeah, this will help balance the
That's right.
ecosystem back
It's all
out.
about the circle of life. It'll take care of itself.
Remember the wolves in Yellowstone? It's like that. That's what we're doing. We're trying to remember that. Do you remember that, Allison? You ever heard about that conservation thing? When they reintroduced
where
wolves
they-
into
yeah,
Yellowstone so
yes,
that they could
and
help like cull the
yes.
population and
Yeah.
kind of create an equilibrium. But anyway, that's what I'm referring to.
Right.
They just released tigers into
Hunt Valley.
in Hunt Valley.
Yep,
Just
well,
like let them.
You know,
Let the beauty of nature take over,
you
honey.
got to think that
Don't stop it.
but you want to keep the businesses going, and most of the people that are working, they stay inside.
Right.
People are in domestic
Fear
situations.
motivates them.
When there's a tiger pacing in your parking lot.
and
know?
then they got the guy from fucking Jurassic Park, the hunter guy, the
Yeah.
British guy.
Oh, you know,
And he's
yeah.
just there to keep things in line when people walk around in
Mhm.
the square with Wegmans and stuff. They're like,
Yep.
we still want people to shop here.
Yep, exactly right. They're up on top of the little lamp posts that they have there. It's just out there with a sniper rifle with just little trank darts in them.
Yeah.
You know, just a little bit too, just enough to knock them out for like 15 minutes.
Right, just to slow them down.
That's right. It's
Just
just
for the
enough to get
average
your cart back to the caddy and in your car.
We don't want you hanging around or
We don't
anything.
want-
And
we
we don't
don't
want
like
to
loiterers.
discourage it.
Yeah. No.
We don't want you seen as food, but we definitely don't want you to just get too comfortable here.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. No.
Calm down.
Yeah, we have to find a nice even keel. So we went down. We went
Hell if I
Fort
know.
Fort
Worth.
Before we went to Fort Worth first. It's a mess down there, really wet.
Oh my God.
No, we went Friday. We just went Saturday and Sunday.
Yes, we
We went
So
to this
we were-
really great wedding.
Oh my God, we didn't
Oh,
even
yeah,
talk about this
so
yet.
there you go. There
Okay,
you go.
so,
you gotta add it all in. You got
also
to
the
add it all in.
Bonk. I love that this is just live stream too.
Also the microphone.
So this is not recording; it's all just live.
Oh
or-
no, yeah, well, it's
Both.
yeah.
Both.
This
We're gonna
Okay,
pull
good,
this
good.
audio
yeah,
from
this audio is
to do
I
the
love
actual
it.
show.
Yeah,
I
this-
love
yeah.
it. Yeah, we went to a wedding.
Yeah.
So
Which-
we couldn't.
Don't get me wrong; like, really love the people that we went to.
Yeah, it was.
see.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
an interesting experience.
boy, it was an interesting wedding to go to.
Yes.
People choose things in their lives, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes
Mhm.
people don't get to make a choice,
Mhm.
and they just get stuck with.
I don't know if this was a choice.
It sounded
or
like they
not.
encouraged
I can't
the
tell.
absence of choice for women.
Yes, yes.
That was
yes,
something I
indeed.
really gleaned pretty hard off of that fucking
Indeed.
wedding. Yikes!
Yep, there you
Um,
go.
Oh
There
my
you go.
lord! Well, I'll talk about it. You can stay silent over there.
I
'Cause
mean,
I think that's
have
for
to
le-
be
for
a good
legal
wife
purposes.
and submit.
Yeah. I don't want you to. I don't want you to say a word over here.
That's it.
So you are the head of the
Woman
relationship.
I'm the head of the household.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
can offer my insight, but it's
So-
up to you if you want to listen.
That's
Right.
right. Yeah, you get the final say.
Mhm.
Yep.
So we went to this. It was a very beautiful location.
was
The
very
venue was
pretty.
nice. It was like it was like a farm type of thing near the Susquehanna. So it was really nice, scenic. It was a little
Except
cloudy
for the
that
fact
day.
that our Uber driver dropped us off at
Oh
the
my God.
absolute wrong spot.
Yeah, like
Of
probably
course.
like a mile away from where we needed to
Yes.
be.
Right.
However, granted, like
And our Uber
To
driver
his
did
credit-
not speak English very well.
to
Oh,
his
boy.
credit, we didn't have a clue as to like it looked like it was probably we didn't have a clue where we were supposed to be. It looked like it was an appropriate place to drop us
There
off.
was like an
because-
address that you could write down for it.
Yeah.
So like halfway through the drive, I was like, oh shoot, this isn't the right address. So I changed it. And
Right.
you saw it alert him in the app.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, we don't even have to communicate this. Because at one point I was like, oh, are you familiar with Lamont Farms? And he just
He goes, yes, Lamont Farms. That's where we're going.
Yeah.
I was like,
yes.
no,
All right.
he like ignored me at first.
But
I
he
was-
didn't say a word
he
to you.
said nothing.
And I was like, excuse me.
must submit.
Right. Yes,
So-
that's right. That's right.
But just like he, I mean, he did his best.
I don't think he spoke English.
He
very
did his
well.
best.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Well.
would have probably dropped us off in the same place because I would, if I was driving, I would have been like, "Here we
this
are."
Clearly, is not the place for you to be.
But we also had to walk a fair bit when we found the real parking lot.
Well, thank God.
The real parking lot.
Yeah, when we
Thank
found the
God.
real one.
So one of my coworkers though happened to be pulling into that parking lot the exact same time we were getting dumped
the
off.
timing was
yeah,
couldn't have
there
been
you go.
better.
So we hop
And we're like,
in.
hi, and we jump in their
Yeah.
car, and they're like,
Sting
this
is
isn't
sang
right.
about
And then-
synchronicity.
and
Sang
they're-
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and
yeah.
they're also like, we don't know where we're going either.
Wonderful.
So-
Love it. Love it. That's
So we
right
made
where you
it.
want
So
to
one of
be.
the other guests had dropped the pin and was trying to help us. That was actually not really helping,
It
but
was
we
not
found it
helpful.
anyways. So
Right.
we get there. It's a nice like looking venue, and the
Very
ceremony
scenic.
part's
Okay.
outside.
Overlooking the Susquehanna.
Right.
Very
Yeah.
pretty.
It's beautiful. It's kind of
Yes.
overcast, but it's not raining or anything like that. It's not
really,
bad.
really was a beautiful
I-
venue.
Well,
It's
beautiful.
beautiful.
So we
Very beautiful.
so we're chilling and we're like we're scoping it out. And the ceremony part starts and the
Typical
officiants.
Mhm.
It was the typical fashion originally. Like everybody processed.
Yeah,
and-
people process. It seemed kind of normal, and
Yeah.
Right.
the officiant is this dinosaur ancient old man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, and I'm gonna shit all over him. Not that I have a problem with the elderly, but
sure.
this particular old man,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a problem with him too in about 3 seconds. But when I tell you about his first let me critique his delivery, because
Okay.
he was fucking horrible at it.
Sure.
When not that this was not that not that it's even comparable, but
Mhm.
your officiant
Mhm.
like delivery and everything, it was so concise, clear,
What?
on point, on task, like
It was
involved. You
very
were like
well
a part of
done.
it. It was so well done and awesome. I mean, it
Yes.
was something that we wanted to have done
It was
anyways,
Yeah.
perfect.
but
Well,
it was
thank
great.
you.
It was so
Thank you.
awesome. But
This guy.
Yeah.
this was the antithesis of everything that you did. This
Dude.
man was old. He was like, he had a
This
microphone.
man was old.
He
He,
was
had
old.
a microphone.
in his hand. He had no clip mic. I mean, so he's he's holding his microphone, and he has like a book of like notes, I guess, like a like a diary kind of deal.
Right, right.
And he's holding
Did he? I
both
didn't
his
even see the
microphone.
notes.
He had like one like a
I
little
thought-
tiny
I thought he
folding
was
book,
just winging
almost
this
like
whole
he was like
thing.
a cop, like he was
Look,
reading back
He
evidence.
sure was acting like something. I don't know.
He was holding both the notebook and the handheld microphone in one hand,
Mhm.
and his other hand was in his fucking pocket, and he couldn't
Yeah.
be bothered to lift the microphone up to his face enough.
No, no,
he was like,
no.
"Oh,
The
they don't
book's
know. They
too
gave me.
heavy."
I didn't have a lapel mic. They gave me this thing."
Well, and then we proceed to freaking stand there for like 15 minutes, I think, as he's just talking and talking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't tell anyone to sit down, so we'd
No.
all
Yeah,
been
yeah.
standing, and then all of a sudden we all started sitting in waves
And
because
he's just
somebody
like-
noticed that we've been standing this long, and so it just caught on like wildfire.
And he goes, oh, this isn't even the worst wedding. I had the whole, viewership standing the entire time one wedding.
There you go.
He went off on
cool.
tangents.
Great.
Once again, I reinforced the old man kind of
God,
delivery thing where
this
it's
guy.
like he got himself sidetracked. Well, I guess, and anyways, I don't know. So anyways, back to the wedding part. And so he loves you and you love him. And you're going to be his wife now. And we've talked about this, but you obey him and
That's
whatever
right.
he
As
wants.
a wife,
That's right.
you need to submit
Yeah.
to your husband,
It's time to
and-
submit.
and that is your role
Don't-
as wife.
Make sure that you realize submitting is important. Submitting all of the proper paperwork.
Mhm.
Submitting the proper dinner on the proper day. So-
And if you don't, you will be submitting to these fists. Okay?
oh God, God's gonna do it. God-
Pow, pow, and it's my right because I'm your daddy, husband.
And if you would like to offer up some of your ideas to your husband,
Right.
it is his job to listen, but he doesn't have to listen.
He'll
No,
listen
to
because
those
he
yeah.
loves you. He'll
But
listen
he
to
doesn't
your
have
points.
to follow your opinions. So there was that, and then he said,
Oh my God. And he goes, I don't need to tell you that the institution of marriage is under attack. The
Dude.
fornicators, the women's right,
homosexuals.
the homosexuals, the women's
There's an
lit
attack on
movement.
marriage,
Yeah.
dude. It was terrible.
Anything. And he was just like there was the most misogynistic, hateful bullshit, and like antiquated, like
She asked me to marry her. And I didn't even want to. But
I didn't even
she
want
asked
it.
me to marry her.
oh my God, dude!
It was bad. It was bad.
When he
luckily-
launched into that, we all were just looking at each other
we
like, "What
luckily
the
were in
fuck?"
with like my coworkers and stuff, who all of
Yeah.
them are very obviously like up to date with the
Yes,
time.
right. Yeah, current.
And
yeah.
we are all like, I'm sipping it. I was given this like 99 bananas, this
Yeah.
mini, and
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
sipping at it. I'm just like, this is
You were
great.
making
That's the way to
commentary.
do
We
it.
were all the way in the back, by the way,
Dude,
the very back.
Best place to
thankfully,
be.
because
Mhm.
Allison was making very loud commentary.
Good.
Well, I looked over at my coworkers. I was like, well, I guess we're all just going to hell.
That's right.
And they all just were like, yep, I'm a homosexual.
Yeah.
And like, you know, the fornicators. It was
Yep.
just so bad. It was
So,
so bad.
It says once. This is the. This was like an Amish blended wedding.
It was an Amish
Oh,
blended
boy.
And so
wedding,
this
yeah.
came from this Amish value nonsense. And I'm sorry if you were an Amish sympathizer person, but I really don't
Look,
like.
I'm
I don't
freaking-
like them.
I'm not sorry.
I
at
don't
all,
like 'em one
okay?
bit.
No.
If you're
no,
an
no.
Amish apologist,
Yeah, you're wrong.
So it's like,
I
so
wish you
are-
were there at this wedding to
are
see what
they-
I'm talking
Are
about.
they apologizing for the Amish? Because like, I'll
Yeah,
take that.
that's right. That's right.
Please.
I apologize that they're that they were
Jesus.
born into a shitty ass culture.
there you
It's
go.
nonsense. These people were like so against just having fun or being like a human being.
Well, of course, yeah.
I mean, they were staring at us like this while we
Well-
were dancing, just like
Well, so we
just
get,
stone
they're
faced.
doing like
Oh,
the Hector
God.
Salamanca.
Yeah, we'll get into more. I don't want to get into
Well,
too
so
much on
then
this air here.
So we get through the ceremony,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like that whole thing.
Mhm. Oh man, this part, yeah.
And then
Well, the bar is terrible. The bar,
bar, oh my
they didn't know
God.
how to make a drink at all.
No.
Right.
It was like these two girls who
They
I think
had-
are just doing
so
this
they
as like
had
a side
two-
hustle.
They had 2 special drinks,
hmm
nothing else, just wine. Other
Right.
than that, so
Yeah.
it's either you get these special drinks or you order a wine.
even make the
Mhm.
special drinks
They
right.
couldn't even give me the right wine,
Nope.
Mhm. Nope.
Nope.
They were just. It was like rolling the dice.
dude. It was wild. So we get up there and we're waiting for.
It was definitely like your worst
20,
your worst
20,
like
30 minutes.
your worst like neighborhood KFC.
Dude.
You know, you go in there, you order something, and it's
that's
just
living the life right there.
Oof.
Well, we get up there and I was like, "Oh, I'd love the 5 blend wine." Oh no, I'm getting Cabernet. Okay, I mean that's fine. But
They
then-
just pulled out whatever they could
yeah,
reach.
They were just like, "Oh, this looks like a red."
But it wasn't.
wine.
They weren't in a hurry either. They were just kind of
No.
like.
It's like whatever.
It's
They
like
were
they didn't have
just
eyes.
wet, ain't it? Drink it.
It was like
Yeah.
Helen Keller was the bartender.
Well, you know, she got work to.
Water!
Well, then-
Signing it in her hands. She just can't understand.
They kept making the mule
I'm just a
different.
scared little boy.
They kept making
Oh.
the mule different every time.
Yes.
It's like this Moscow mule sort of thing.
Right. Right.
They made it different every single time.
So they were making that with wild turkey honey, which I would just drink straight
Sure.
during the pandemic, and
Sure.
I discovered that I think in 2020, and I would just drink that. I just drink like a whole bottle by myself, just on
Mhm.
ice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's delicious.
You know, which is a horrible habit to
Well,
have,
I
but
mean,
It's
I had
just-
formed a habit,
the-
thankfully,
yeah, it
for
depends-
this wedding.
it all depends
Prepared
upon
myself.
how wild your turkey's going to get that night.
That's
all.
right. That's true, and thankfully I was inside, so my turkey was pretty mild.
Well, you got honey. I mean, it's the honey flavor. So.
It was
Oh,
a sweet
man.
turkey, I can tell you that. So my sweet turkey, I just told them to I was like, and this was the first thing I said to them when I ordered my first drink. I was like, would you guys be opposed to just pouring me like a wild turkey over ice? Because I really
Mhm.
like that. And they're like, oh, sure, that's no problem. We can do that for you. So I just started ordering that the rest of the night. And I just had, because they put like lemon juice in my my drink one time.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to tell you, wild turkey honey and lemon juice doesn't really go together at all. It tastes like
It
a
probably tastes
sour
like
piss.
It
Yeah.
probably is like
It's
an
ruined.
attempted hot toddy almost.
No, I wish it was like that, honestly.
Yeah,
At
maybe
least the
not.
hot toddy, it was like has some warmth to it and like a little bit of cinnamon bite or something. That was dog shit. Oh.
It was not great. So
Yeah,
then-
they weren't handling it
was
well.
it then dinner.
Yeah, I think that at that point, yeah, I think we got into the dinner. So-
we get to dinner.
Yeah, so dinner is kind of like a buffet style, and they're called up by tables. Well, guess what? We're like one of the last tables.
Yep,
and,
of course.
And we already knew ahead of time that the main dishes were going to be either these like stuffed meatballs.
Mhm.
Stuffed meatballs that have like literal like turkey stuffing kind of stuff,
Right.
and like something else in these meatballs, or salmon.
Mm-hmm.
I am
Mhm.
allergic to salmon.
Yeah.
I will be very sick
Yeah.
for 24 hours straight if I
Right.
eat salmon or trout. So we get up there and we're one of the last tables to go up, and we get to the food and they're like, "Oh, we're so sorry. we've run out of the meatballs.
Oh, the meatballs.
But not to worry, we have this much salmon left.
Perfect.
There were maybe
So-
like 4 salmon things
It was
left,
not
by
good.
the way.
Right.
4 little salmon patties.
So then I look at the girl and I'm like, oh God. So I look at the
Actually,
girl.
it does.
It does count. And, but I look at the girl and I'm like, I can't eat that. I'm like, I'm really
Mm.
allergic to it. And she's like, oh, well, you look great. And I was like,
Thanks.
oh, it's because I don't freaking eat
'Cause I'm
anything.
hungry,
That was it was the most useless response I've ever heard a human
Yes.
being give to anything at all. Like it's
Because
more,
I'm starving myself
Right.
to
it's
death.
just like oh, I'm sorry about your food allergy. I apologize. Or
Yeah.
or just even say nothing like, oh no, that's terrible.
Right.
I mean, like,
We're
oh,
so
no.
sorry. But yeah, they literally ran out of food.
So all we ate, and in solidarity, I was like, I'm not going to eat a
Brussels sprouts
salmon.
and
Sure.
buns,
You know?
I think.
Yeah,
I
right,
can't.
right.
I feel so horrible to eat salmon in front of you when I know that you can't eat
Tastes
salmon.
delicious. It's just not.
I have done it a couple times, but that was when you had ample food.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll be like, oh, that's fine. I'm also very careful not to I like brush my teeth thoroughly, so I don't like get any molecule of it.
No
on her.
molecule.
I don't even want to
Molecule-free.
accidentally
That's
I
right.
appreciate
spit
it.
some
There
on
you
her.
go. That's
I
it.
appreciate it. But yeah, so we sat there and we kept waiting.
So all we ate was Brussels sprouts and
There
a
you
couple of
go.
like
Brussels
green
sprouts
beans.
and buns.
Oh,
Yeah, and buns. Oh yeah, I went back for like
So-
thirds on the buns. I went after. I was like, we got to fill up with something.
Don would have been proud of you.
Oh, nah.
Where's the bread?
The bread's the best
Bread and
part.
candy.
Bread's the best part though.
I demand it.
So then they bring oh my god. So they bring out these cupcakes. They didn't do like a traditional cake, okay? So
Mhm.
they bring out these cupcakes.
I forgot about this. I was texting Matt at this point.
They're starting to put them up on these like towers,
Oh,
and the whole table starts to tilt. And all these cupcakes go falling over, and you just see the main head caterer guy,
right, right.
who's clearly like the main chef. He's just like, he's just
Submit.
he is just.
It's like a
done.
Mortal Kombat match.
He's just done.
There's
so-
blood and cake
Oh
all over the floor,
It was
and
so
there's somebody
bad.
needs to get finished.
So bad.
Mm.
So then, anyway, they set it all up in a crappy kind of way. So I go sprinting up because I'm freaking hungry.
Yeah.
And then they're like, excuse me, we don't want the desserts to be given out just yet.
Uh-huh.
And
Great.
so I like take a little moose with me.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
"Oh, God."
Actually, a couple of you guys from our table did.
Yes, we
you
did.
guys came
We were
back. The
starving.
3 or 4 of you girls who went up there, you
Yes.
came back with hands full of stuff.
Yeah.
Do it.
So,
Do it.
of course, when they announced that it was okay, I sprinted up and took. the
That's right.
cupcakes.
It's
So-
Yeah,
time
I'm trying
for
to get
fifths,
before
baby.
it lands on the floor.
Yeah, you have to wait out. Everything's heading down there.
I don't want to eat it when
Apparently.
it's all chunky and dusty.
No, you
There's
don't want
wood
all that.
bits on
All
the
that
floor.
dancing dust. You don't want
Yeah,
that.
I don't want
You
dance dust in there.
Dance and
It's not
dust.
nutritious. It doesn't
Nope.
pass through well. It's not even fibrous.
Got a little
Nope.
sweat
Nope.
on it.
That's right.
Oh, sweat on it.
It's mostly the bottoms of people's shoes.
Oh,
That's all.
God.
Messed up in there.
It's got soul.
So
though.
that's
Right. It
Your
does have
soul,
soul. That's
honey.
the thing. That's what we need. That's the important thing.
But yeah,
so-
so that was it.
That was the wedding. So then on Saturday,
Saturday.
we got over to DonCon.
That's
we
right.
did.
We're heading in. We're about 10 minutes away, and Matt
Mm-hmm.
says, "Where are we going to park?" I don't know where we're going to park.
I'm driving and I'm like, I have not researched this one bit because I was so disheartened. Okay, so last year, so today is my actual birthday.
Right.
Oh yeah, happy birthday!
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did we say
I'm
this
not fishing
yet?
for that. You guys have both showered me in birthday.
Oh yeah, that's
love.
right.
Oh,
No, we did. Did we say it at the
Did
beginning?
we? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I think
so.
we said it
At
at
the
the
stream, yeah, we
well,
did.
yeah,
either
yeah.
way,
Either way, it's Matt's
it's
birthday.
Matt's birthday.
You guys don't. Okay, thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
You guys have given me already a ton of attention about it, and I appreciate that a lot. But this doing the podcast is about this as close to like a special event as I can make on my birthday. Last year, however, and if you go back and listen to it, we were at Monster Mania
Yeah,
Hunt
baby.
Valley. And we
Yeah,
spent our
baby.
birthday. I spent my birthday getting covered in Tommy Flanagan's shit.
You know it.
Eating 2 pieces of cake
You know
with
Kenny Johnson.
Kenny Johnson.
Johnson.
Sorry, I
Johnson,
forgot his name
yep.
briefly.
Yep.
And hanging out with the 2 of the Jasons, Ken Kurtzinger and Derek Mears.
There you
Hanging
go.
out with Storm, who
Hanging out with
provided
our
us
bartender,
this
Storm.
bottle of wine.
He gifted us
Hey.
this bottle of
There
wine.
you go.
that we got exactly a year ago
Yes.
on today.
Storm.
So that's how my that's how my year started.
Yeah.
My
Yes.
year began with Jason's taking pictures with me, Tommy Flanagan rubbing his poop all over my face.
Everywhere.
It was the best. It was
Loving
the greatest.
glasses.
It was such a great beginning to the year.
But he let you try on his nice sunglasses.
He did.
He did. I can't give him. Can't say a bad word about him except that he doesn't wash his hands when
Those
he
specs
shits.
were covered in specs.
Soda
Specks
water
of
and bitters.
feces. Soda water and bitters.
And what were the sunglasses?
They were polarized.
No. What was the brand?
Just personal.
It was
personal.
something Peoples.
Oliver Peoples.
Oliver Peoples.
All of
From
our
American
Peoples.
Psycho.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of our peoples.
All of
with
our
the
peoples.
Soda water.
All
and
of our
bitters.
peoples have shit on their faces. That's how we do it. Now you're part of my
It's
people.
holding
There you
Clan.
go.
coli.
You're part of the clan.
That's
You're
it.
part of the Flanagans.
They use a little black light. They're like, "Yep, you're in."
You got the Flanagan staphylococcus on your face. The Flanagan mark. It's on your cheeks, right below your eyes.
That's it. That's how they let you know.
Thank
Oh,
you, Tommy
no.
Flanagan.
Go.
I joined the Sons of Anarchy that day. They
Yeah,
don't. You don't realize that was the final test.
Yep.
Get his shit on your face.
It's the secret code to
That was so-
complement the glasses.
Success.
So look, he can shit on his hands all day long because
Right.
that man has these actual
I
scars
know
from
he
an
does.
attack.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with Tommy Flanagan. I'm sure all you guys listening are, but
Everybody.
how fucked is that?
Yeah.
Did somebody literally like cut his mouth?
Yeah, I mean,
He's just the Joker.
right.
I mean, well, he's
I'm glad we have Netflix now. Kids can actually have something else to do with their time.
yeah. Thank God.
Woo!
But I'll tell you, they put
Woo!
these commercials
And
in
the
there.
internet.
It's gonna cause more Chelsea smiles.
Well, I mean,
We
if
don't
you,
want that.
Yeah, that's true. We need an active anti-campaign.
Yeah,
we need to.
anti-violence.
Is
Yeah.
he Scottish or Irish?
I think he's Irish.
I think Irish.
Flanagan
that sounds
sounds
right. Yeah,
Irish.
Yeah, I believe Flanagan's Irish, but
Yeah.
don't quote me on that because I don't know anything about him except that he doesn't wash his hands
Yeah.
when he
Well,
shits.
At least-
And
yeah.
then he's got good style.
At
He's got
least
good
after
taste.
the conventions, he's
I like
just
this guy. He's got good taste.
Yeah.
That's literally what I went up and said that to him. I was like, I like your style a lot.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like, oh, thanks a
Thank
lot,
you.
man. He was like, I was like, your sunglasses are super dope. And he was like, oh, check them out. And he handed them over to me.
Mm-hmm.
Boy,
That's it. What a mistake.
Oh boy.
That's it. The little did you know that's how he gets people. He's got thousands of them. They're just coded.
He's from Glasgow, Scotland.
Scotland. Okay,
Scotland.
never mind.
There you go.
Pardon me.
Yep.
Pardon
There
me.
you go. Luck.
I
of
should
the,
know
luck
what
of the
clan I'm in.
Scottish there.
59.
Look at the Scottish. Look at the
Scottish.
So Don Con.
Okay.
Don
So that my point being about
Number one.
my point having a great birthday last year at Hunt Valley
Yeah.
and my
Uh-huh.
love for that place. I was very unenthused about this particular
Right.
Hunt Valley
Yeah.
or not Hunt Valley, but Baltimore
Yeah.
Inner
new
Harbor,
location.
baby.
Oh my
in
God.
the inner harbor, which,
Yeah.
as we know, it can be a pain in the ass.
Yep.
And thankfully, luckily for this particular
It
con,
wasn't too bad.
there was no Orioles game going on
No.
or Ravens game going on.
Yeah.
Thank
We
fucking
got
God.
really lucky
Because that
on
would have been a fucking nightmare.
Yep.
So we get down there and I don't know where the fuck we're going to park because I have no idea. I
No,
didn't do
yeah,
any
we're
research.
10 minutes away.
Yeah.
So we get up to the first parking garage. We already read the notice from earlier that
Mhm.
day that that whole garage was full.
Yes.
Mhm.
Right. And so they were redirecting people to the next garage.
Yeah, she was
over.
like, go park on Utah.
yeah, go down to that one. And Matt's like,
No.
all right, thanks. And then you're like, fuck that lady. We're not parking where she tells us to go.
No, she just wants our money.
She just
Yeah.
wants our money.
I think she was just trying to like tell us to go somewhere that was there.
so
So we didn't.
we're supposed to turn right. But that's what this lady said. Matt goes, we're not turning right, we're turning left. So we turn left down this alleyway,
Yep.
and there's a fucking parking garage
Is this
there.
the hospital one?
Yeah, yeah.
And it was like not even full at all.
Don't,
Not
don't-
even full.
do you know the power of this poop that I've been given? You've now witnessed it.
The Flanagan food.
That's it. You got a whole second sight now.
It presents the magic
It's
of
it's the
MonsterCon.
cult of the Flanagan
It
feces.
holds to the,
Flanagan feces. The feces particles.
the faithful
They
matter.
impart the particles imparted magical qualities onto my brain.
The participles.
Oh
The
my
participle.
God.
The past participle.
So we pull up, And the guy's like, "You here for the hospital?" Like, no. And he's like, "Okay, well then this is you."
Look,
What, I look
look,
fucked up to you?
but the second that he said that, I was like, I can pretend to be like in labor.
Yeah, we can do
or
all kinds of
something.
stuff. Yeah,
You
exactly.
guys,
Whatever we need to
what's
do.
so funny to go out with you guys is you guys are so nervous that you load up
Yeah.
social like bullets so that you can
We're
defend
prepared.
yourselves from
Yeah.
things that nobody cares about. That I'm just watching. I'm like, nobody's gonna
Well,
care.
it's like the whole Don in the photo thing.
That's it. Absolutely.
I can't wait till we get to that part.
I'm the same way. I am the same way. I like to have a plan.
I know
We
you
gotta
guys
have
both are the same way.
Yeah, what are we doing? What's my job?
This
so
is why.
get in.
This is why I like both of you guys, because then I get to do the other role where I'm like,
Exactly.
who cares?
it's perfect. We need it. We need that foil. But so we go in. It was $65
Yeah.
to park at the hotel
At the hotel
Yes.
one, the designated
for
one.
the period of time that we were going to be there.
Yeah, for the
Yes.
entire day.
It cost us $10
$10
to park
$10
all day
For the
Yes.
whole fucking day.
whole fucking day.
Anything over over 2 hours, I think, was $10.
Look, if we ever need to go to the Inner Harbor for
Oh
anything,
my god.
Yeah, that place.
if
It
we're
was only
going
like
there
2
for
blocks
dinner,
away.
It is a nice walk.
Yeah.
That is where we go.
That's
And
that is it.
it is a nice walk. It's not through any like rough parts
No.
of town. I mean,
I
you're in
thought-
the Inner Harbor, so it's not really rough.
I
Right.
felt like we imagined this place and just
I
believed.
thought so
We
too.
believed so hard in it.
Yeah, we were walking back on Saturday. I was like, "There's no fucking way the car's going to be there. The whole garage is going to disappear like
Well, the
Brigadoon."
garage.
Freaking Narnia.
Well, the garage was very spacious and,
Yeah.
and pretty much empty.
That's what I'm
So
saying. Like,
it
felt
was
like
nice
this
too. It was like
imaginary
it was enclosed.
land.
It was well lit. It
Yeah.
was like locked up. It
Yep.
was monitored.
Mhm.
All this stuff. So it was a really great spot. If you need to park down there in the future, if you're
That's
going
right.
to Hunt Valley, if you're going to Hunt Valley, Jesus, I'll never stop saying this.
No.
My desire
know,
for it
stuff.
to be in Hunt Valley, I wish it was.
Yes.
But like Juan, for instance, if you're coming down next year, we'll hit you up with we'll drop a pin on the
Yeah,
spot.
man. Oh my god.
Go there because it really wasn't that bad to drive through it, as you know, assuming that there's not games and stuff happening.
Right.
And then yeah, just drive there, park there. We'll walk with you, and you know, it should be easy. Now he said Juan did say that Sean went down for one day.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So-
That's right. Yeah.
I'm curious what his thoughts are about it, but I mean, we still, you know, it wasn't so that wasn't too painful,
Yeah.
and we
Mhm.
walked ourselves down there, and
Mhm.
my expectations were low. It
Yeah.
was definitely a different feel. It kind of
Yeah.
felt a lot more like the other cons,
Mhm.
like,
It was, like, congested
Cherry Hill.
Yeah.
Comparatively,
Yeah.
like everything was all in one place.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
there weren't
It's tight.
multiple rooms with celebrities.
Right.
It was like, okay, this is the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one square.
And then
I-
same with the vendors.
Right.
I
Yeah. It
like
was just
the
the one vendor room
zones.
and everything.
I missed the zones.
Yeah, I
I
like
missed
that
the
too.
different
Yeah.
areas because I felt
Right.
like there was always something to do.
Right.
Like no matter where you were.
Mhm.
But I mean, all in all, I mean, it's kind of the same vendors. It's
Mhm.
kind of the same celebrity situation.
Yeah. Yeah. As
You
far
know.
as like who's coming and all that kind of thing. Yeah.
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 There's a bar down there, a bar restaurant.
Yeah.
Now it's even more
can't remember what it's called.
expensive than the
Oh
fucking
my god, yeah. it was
than
so
the Hunt
expensive.
Valley one was.
Oh yeah, because we're in the Inner Harbor, baby.
Mhm.
Of course.
Dude, their crab cake
Uh
was $50.
huh.
$50.
There you go.
And look, just as a side note, I was in FYE today. I don't know if you tell me in the chat if you guys have noticed this at all too. Chat.
Give me a thumbs up if you like this.
What show do you think
This
this
is wild, chat. This is wild. Don't interrupt me.
But to be fair, feedback.
I went to FYE today, and I saw I just bought this figure too. This NECA Freddy versus Jason, right? I bought this figure recently to commemorate my Ken Kurtzinger encounter.
Sure.
From my birthday last year,
Mhm,
because I felt his little hairs on his head
Mhm.
when I gave him a hug.
Right.
And
of
so
course.
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I feel connected to this man. I need him on my shelf, and
Right.
I want his big presence in there.
Right.
So the Freddy versus Jason NECA Ultimate came out like a couple years ago, and I think I bought it on like eBay for like $35, standard NECA pricing for an
Right.
Ultimate figure. The FYE is selling that same toy for $50
Uh-huh.
I told Matt.
$50.
Uh-huh.
I
I
told
could have a
Matt-
crab cake for that money.
That's right, baby. That's crab cake
I
money.
think I think it's because their business isn't doing that well,
Oh,
so they have to
no.
mark things way up if they want.
Absolutely.
Like, who's buying DVDs? Who's buying CDs?
Yep.
I think that more people should be buying that stuff. If it wasn't for the
But
Plex,
no one is.
I would be collecting that stuff
But
voraciously.
other
Yeah.
people
'Cause
are
you-
doing
'cause
the same thing.
It's so
Yeah.
not, but streaming can very quickly and easily take away your ability to see stuff. If your stuff is missing, if what you want to see is missing from the streaming service, you're fucked.
Well,
if
but
you don't have physical media
At
to
the same
watch
time,
it.
you got
But you
like
can just find
on-demand
it again.
streaming. Yeah.
But some things are like they're just like gone. They're just missing. You then have to own HBO. You have to get Paramount. You have to get every single
Well,
streaming
yeah.
service. If you just get your favorite movies, you can watch them anytime you want.
This is true.
know
Yeah,
what I
if
mean?
you have favorite movies, that's fair.
Yeah. So I think that owning physical media is good.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's
Just yeah.
but yeah, I think owning physical media is good. I think there's a place for like places like FYE. I like that,
Mhm.
but the obscenity of the pricing is just.
But even the
is,
DVDs are probably overpriced.
They
too.
sure
Like,
are.
I didn't go look
You
at them,
know?
but I tell you,
Bargain
I
bin's nice though. Every once in a while, you
Bargain
get
bin is
a
where
good,
it's at.
you get a good deal
But
there.
Bargain
otherwise,
bin?
again, they're
Yeah,
trying
like
to keep up.
$14.99, something like that.
there's a whole store in the Galleria now called Bargain Bins,
Oh,
and
no.
they
Where? What did
it's
it take
down
the
by
place
that
of?
shoe store. I think it took a place of like the
The Deb.
like
Shut up, seriously.
Oh,
well, I think it
Oh
was
man,
like the
Deb held so many memories.
she's gone now.
I think Deb held a lot of cupcakes
Deb and
too.
Gloria jeans.
I think wasn't Deb the place for the
Homecoming
plus
dresses and
size?
stuff.
Oh, that place.
No.
It's not over there. Sorry, I think we're talking about two different places. This is
No,
like a
Apparently.
plus size women's clothing store used to be there. Now it's Bargain Bins with a Z.
So tell me about this.
So anyway, yeah. Tell us
So does
about
Bargain Bins?
Yes,
So
it's a whole bunch of just random. I don't even
Oh,
know what's in
no.
there. It's just bins of random shit
That's bad.
that you have to that they basically are selling to you for, and it's like
Well, you
every
gotta buy
day.
the whole bin?
No,
Oh, I was like
what's
auction house.
Yeah, no, it's like they put it in each bin. I guess represents like a certain like dollar value,
What?
and so it's like $5, $4, $3, $2, $1.
Oh,
that
I
kind of
see.
thing.
In the bins.
And then as
I mean, that's pretty cheap.
depending on
Yeah.
the day of the week, it goes down by $1.
what the fuck is
So
this place?
they just keep
It's
cutting the prices
FYE.
until they
Yeah,
throw it in
it
the trash.
sounds
It's called FYE, Matt. So I should have just gone.
sounds like
I should have gone on a Friday, and that same Jason figure would have cost $3.
Yes,
That's
that's
it.
what
You
I'm
didn't
saying.
wait long enough for it
My
to go down the
patience
tiers.
is what the
It
problem.
Yeah.
probably is. It's
Yeah.
probably FYE's leftover stuff.
That's right.
and they're like,
it's
you
all,
need to make some kind of profit.
it's all happening. That's what it's going from FYE. You just didn't. It's $1 a day. All
That's
the
what
way
I'm
down.
saying.
Just
Right.
takes so long.
right.
It's genius business
dollar
planning.
menu,
It's-
baby.
It actually just
Mm-mm.
scoops in other stores'
Yes.
unmoved product before
Yep.
it goes in the
Right.
trash.
That's what it was.
Right.
It's a brilliant business model.
That's a wild stuff. So back to DonCon.
So back to
DonCon.
DonCon. Here we are on Saturday
We're
of
never going to
DonCon.
finish this story.
Yeah, I'll try to focus.
Yeah, what did we do that first
So we looked
day?
around the vendors' rooms and everything. We went to the
We looked at Matthew Lillard and Skeet
Yeah,
Ulrich.
yeah.
yes, we did. And then I think we went and spoke to Jeffrey Combs.
We
That was our.
did.
Yeah.
I was like, look, first order of business. The thing I came here for, the thing I'm most excited about is Jeffrey Combs.
Yes.
Mhm.
And we're like, let's go see if he's got like a Frighteners,
He
picture at his
one
table.
picture,
Hell yeah.
He did have one because I love his. I mean, Reanimator is like, I'm not really. I'm gonna get killed
It
for
was,
this
like,
chat, but
fine.
I'm not
It's
really. I'm gonna keep
Brace
doing
yourself, chat. Yeah.
I saw that recently in something, and I was just like, wow, this is like a very like a new like a
People really-
modern generation thing to do.
People really
Fantastic.
like Reanimator, but it's,
The Reanimator is like it's. I just am not a big fan of it. I
love
it felt a little disjointed. I love him. His performances are great,
He is. He's
and him in the
fantastic.
Frighteners is like fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
So we're
yeah.
like, let's go meet him and stuff. He was awesome.
so
He
pleasant.
was super pleasant,
Mhm.
very talkative,
Mhm.
and very nice.
He was explaining that he was wearing these like black contact lenses.
Yeah,
for
which
the
made so
Frighteners.
much sense.
Yeah.
So much more sense because I was like, he looks like a friggin' like insane person.
Yeah, he looks like he's like out of his mind on
Yeah.
acid or something.
Yeah.
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 So that makes way more sense.
Jesus. Yeah, that was great.
Without
But he's just like
prompting,
a very normal dude.
Right.
he wrote a quote. Like
Yes.
he just wrote a quote down on
I
there
have
without
a-
any prompting.
It was the
I have a lead
I have a
breastplate
lead
or something.
breastplate, yeah.
And he just was talking about how wild the character was, but all the lines were on the page. He just
Mm.
kind of gave it that flair of like his performance.
Yeah, he
Sure.
It was cool to talk to him. Very nice guy. And I had a whole bunch of liquid deaths with me, right? I
Yeah.
brought like 4 liquid deaths with me, and we were talking. He was like, it's like 1:00. He hadn't got to lunch yet.
Shout out to Deirdre.
There you go, Deirdre.
Yes, thank you, Deirdre. And so, Deirdre, you actually created this experience for me. So think about this. I was like, I was like, oh, you want to walk? I was like, you want a liquid death? He's like, what is that, liquid death?
Uh-huh.
He's like, what is it, he's like, that's
Beer
like
or
a beer or something? I was
Yeah.
like, no, it's just water. It's actually just carbonated water. And he was like, oh, okay. I was like, would you like one? I have a bunch of them. He's like, actually, I actually would.
There
like
you
one.
go.
I would like.
I
one.
would like to
I would-
try.
Actually, I would like to try, Dylan.
Dylan, I'll have the whole thing.
I'm gonna drink the whole thing. So he was like very happily accepted the liquid death, and he's like, thank you. He's like, I'm gonna drink this because I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
So I was like, have at it and enjoy. So it was great because I had something to come back to talk to him
There
about
you
it
go,
the second day.
Jeffrey Coombs.
So I gave it to him, and he accepted it. And so we walked around a little bit more, and I think we were scoping
Did you
out.
go talk to anybody else?
I think you
Was
talked to Shannon
that, was
Elizabeth.
that when you talked to?
Oh, I
yeah.
did speak to
Saturday,
Shannon
too.
Elizabeth.
She
I
Oh,
think
God.
first. I
Yeah,
spoke to her first.
because she was like
Oh,
standing
I was like,
by
yeah,
I'm
herself.
back, Shannon. She was like, who the fuck are you? I was like, baby, I'm back.
She's just like, excuse me.
Hey, come back.
Yeah, that's right. Oh man, don't get me
Well, you
started
see,
now.
I saw you way back in the day, and I was behind this mentally challenged
That's it.
child.
There you are.
Yes. Huh?
Wasn't that the lady that? With the
No, that's
Oh,
mentally-
that was-
Don't
that-
say that about
That's
me.
I thought I was dating Lorenzo.
No, that was Dana De Lorenzo's story you're talking about. Yeah. No, she was. I met her the first time I ever just like popped into a Monster Mania
Oh,
ever.
okay.
And that
Yeah.
kind of got me hooked on it. But I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? Shannon Elizabeth is here? Who?
Yeah.
I was like, I
Can't
didn't do
remember
any research. I was just
What
like,
is
oh,
she in again?
she's in Jay and Silent Bob,
Yeah,
Strike
and
Back,
a scary movie.
Scary
the first
Movie.
one,
She's in
yeah.
American Pie. She's
Yeah.
in a couple other like random shit. But I mean, she's plenty nice. It was just, I was very just comfortable talking to her. It was funny because it was like a full circle thing where I'm like, I don't care. I'm just going
All
to
the
talk to
way
you.
back.
I don't have any nerves or anything. I'm just like,
And then
hello.
You went and talked to that other lady.
Yeah, I went and spoke to the girl she's from Long Legs.
Yup.
Oh, the Long Legs mom.
The mom
Mhm.
from Long
Yeah,
Legs.
Was that the same day?
No, I think I spoke to her the second
Yeah, I
day.
think
'Cause
so.
remember,
Oh,
I
so
remember
So
I,
let me jump ahead then.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go
I
back.
pulled you over.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. Oh no, I know.
you hated it.
No. we'll get to that.
I think we were just kind of scoping out that we were told that the Matthew Lillard line was cut off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
By the
that's
time
right,
we got there,
that's
we
right.
got there like noon, and
Yeah,
it was
so
like
you went and,
already cut off.
looked At
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just looked
He's
at
real
him and him and
tall.
Skeet.
Oh my God, I loved standing there and watching all of these goth girls
Oh
hug
my
him and just
gosh.
immediately
Cry.
burst into
What
tears. It
was
was like
up
one
with
after the
that?
other. And then Matthew Lillard kept he would like sign whatever they had, and then he'd
Yeah.
jump out of line and go hug all the friends that were like nervously waiting for them.
Mhm.
Yeah,
He was just like all
I think he gets his energy from it. I
Yeah.
think that's his life source.
Oh, it is.
Mhm.
It is. It's-
He's
oh,
sucking that energy
it's
out of that crowd
just like-
all the
like
time.
All those
zucchini
tears,
ghosts.
baby.
Mhm. Suck it out. Suck out the nutrients.
Yeah. So yeah. So he that was we we also bumped into my cousin there and her husband.
We
yeah,
did.
yeah.
Was
and,
that
and
was that
his
on
brother.
Saturday?
That was on Saturday.
so.
Yeah, it was on Saturday. Yeah.
And then we went to the bar.
Then we went to the bar.
Yeah, I went down to the bar.
So, and the food was all
The
right.
food was like fine.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. We had like lunch.
They don't have Jack Daniels at the bar, though. I'll tell you that much.
What bar doesn't have that?
Well, that's okay. I brought my own. So,
I
what,
was very
what
disappointed
a
in,
nightmare that was
in the bar.
Yeah,
The
that
bar shit was fucking
only made it
expensive.
worse. Yeah,
The service was non-existent.
Mm,
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
The best way to put it is non-existent.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was bad.
Because we sat there for probably like an almost like I'd say like 30 minutes. We
Right.
sat there without a single person coming up and saying shit to us.
Mhm.
We're just waiting, just looking around like, can anyone
Like,
tend the
What
bar?
is going on? Yeah. Yep. Looking
Yep.
right past us, standing next to us, just
Mhm.
walking past.
Yeah, not even giving you that like opportunity to meet the eyes
Yeah,
with the
nothing,
person and like,
nothing.
oh,
Yeah. No.
yes, please, I want to drink. Oh,
Nothing.
that's why I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah. And then,
I'm staring at you and not celebrities because I'm bored, I guess.
but we did after. Well, then I guess we went out, wandered around a little bit more, and then we
Yes.
came back again for dinner.
Yes.
Yeah.
on
Yeah, we didn't do
Saturday.
anything in particular. I think we were just like scoping out stores and
Yeah.
checking out the vendors and seeing some cool stuff. And then I think we went to, I think
We
that's when we
came
went back to the bar.
Right,
Yeah,
right, we went
to
back.
the bar, talked to some people at the bar, and then we went and got dinner.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And then Skeet and the Lillard
Mhm.
and what's his name? Dermot.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Dylan
God darn it.
Gosh.
McDermott.
Dermot.
God, Dermot McMulrooney.
McMulrooney.
Nick Mulrooney.
Yeah,
There you go.
Dermot
That's
Dermot
it.
with his
Mulrooney.
weird watermelon shoes.
Yeah.
Yes, he did have. He had the most fluorescent colored shoes.
Well, I
Yes.
mean, sometimes you got to
All
bust
those
them
guys
out.
were wearing like these weird like hip kind of like hoka.
Yeah,
called
they were in
Hoka shoes?
Hokas.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Good
these,
for your
like-
feet. Good for your back.
Yeah, that's it. They're planning on walking. They're
They're
air-
in their like
airports
50s, I
and
think.
convention floors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
that's
yeah, that's
right.
true.
Yeah.
They know
They
what
are
they're
older,
doing. They're
so-
professionals.
So they went
They're
and had dinner
professionals.
off in the corner. Some lady went and bothered them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we watched them because I mean the dining part of the
Yeah,
bar is
we
pretty
were at the
small.
bottleneck
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
back. It's the whole thing's like a crescent moon
Oh.
almost, and like the bars in the middle. And so anytime anybody was going to try and get past them, or as the celebrities were coming by, they had to walk past our table. So we were just watching them come in, and then we saw these people like hanging around, peeking around the corners, and all that
Mhm.
kind of shit. So then that was our entertainment for
And
the
then
night.
it was the costume party
And then
or
it
costume
was
contest.
time for the costume
party.
party contest.
Yeah.
Finally, it was back, and I am so happy to report. If anybody saw the Instagram stories, I'm so happy to report that sexiest costume is finally
It is
back
back.
as a category. There were only 3 people, and one of them was Dave's ex-wife.
What was the situation there?
Also
I was
confusing.
very unsure and very unclear about who
It's
was what.
It was a perfect wave of chaos. The only way that they could have made it more chaotic was to bring Dave's ex-wife on stage, and it was great. It was great. I loved it. I hope next year that they bring somebody else from his family
Where's
up
his
there.
current wife?
I don't know.
I thought that was his current wife, but I guess I was misreading it.
I don't know that he's
He kept
married
saying
right now.
ex-wife,
Though.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like-
He said he was married twice,
Yeah.
and this was his first ex-wife, I think, or second ex-wife. Or...
I don't know.
She must be the mother of some of his kids.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. That's why she's there.
Oh.
Because I think it's like three boys, 2 of them are her kids, and then the first one was from his first marriage or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, because he's talked about it at the
He
costume
seems
contest.
like a ladies' man.
He's
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
He seems like a ladies' man. He doesn't look like one. I mean, he's got like a something, like a bag of something going
Bag
on.
of bones.
He's got not on what's in the bag, but it's definitely under his shirt. I don't know
no.
what's going on.
Is it like
and
a
this is not a.
colostomy bag?
I think maybe it's.
Stop.
No, I'm
What?
serious.
Are you
He's
being
got.
serious?
Yes, 100% serious.
It might be, maybe.
He's
Might
got.
be.
Maybe he
maybe.
had the colon
Do you-
cancer.
I mean, he
He
wears
might
like
have.
really big shirts, but he's
Yeah.
got it. I know he's got like kind of a shape.
I just assumed that was some of his like extra
Maybe.
skin.
It like hangs over here.
yeah.
No, it's asymmetrical. So it gives me the kind of thought.
Well,
I'm not gonna ask him about it.
you sure?
don't. Please don't push me in a direction that's bad for me, guys. You know how to push these buttons, okay?
You think this is slick? This is pushback.
I didn't used to be a piece of shit. I am one.
But it was good that they brought all that back. There were a lot of pyramid heads.
There was a lot of
lot of
Yes.
Beetlejuices.
I'm gonna tell you, I was kind of disappointed at the turnout of the contest
Me too.
because there were so many other costumes I saw.
What the hell happened?
They were
everybody?
awesome, and there were some were awesome. There was particularly, and this won the categories.
Yeah.
There were these Five Nights at Freddy's because I guess Matthew
Those
Lillard's
were
in
really
that.
cool.
Right.
Five Nights at
Yeah.
Freddy's costumes that
Those were
look
epic.
homemade that were like really really good with
Yeah.
lights. They
Those
looked.
looked
They had the
awesome.
proportions down right.
Fantastic.
They looked
Yeah, they did a
fucking
great
weird.
job.
Yeah.
They were crazy. Like all like
They looked like twisted. Like they
mangled
looked like
up and
yeah. They looked
Tangled up
creepy.
smile.
you're a mean one.
Love
Well, yeah. So the costume contest was great. It was utter
It was
chaos
cool.
as
It was-
usual.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
Um,
I
it.
think
Yeah,
that
it was a good time.
it
It-
kind of reminded
It
me
was
a
the
little bit of the
most.
old
It
one.
was the most nostalgic moment.
Yeah.
I'd say
Yeah.
of the whole
Yes.
thing, having everybody
It
jammed into
felt
the room.
like being back at Hunt Valley.
Yeah, it
A
did.
little
It
bit,
did.
yeah.
It's just
Dude,
the room wasn't as big.
Wasn't there something happening to the left of me? Like the guy was like sitting on was
Oh,
sitting like
careful.
on top of me.
yes,
Do you
I was
remember
gonna
that?
make a reference to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
This dude came and sat next to Allison, and he's basically like doing the man spread all the way into her, like basically just
Basically
like
into my
on top
lap,
of her.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What the fuck is it?" And I was like, so I asked Matt, I'm like, "Let's move down." We had an extra seat like
Yeah.
next to
Yeah.
Matt. I was like, "Let's just
And then
move
he
down for a
said
minute."
something, I think, didn't he?
He's like, "Oh, was it my
Do I
breath?"
smell bad?
And then
or
I went,
something?
I didn't look at him or like and clearly he was too dumb to notice any of this, but I just went,
Right.
yes. That was my response. And he didn't, I mean, he
It
didn't
was
pick
so
up on
awkward.
it.
And then
That's
they
it.
didn't even end up staying the whole time.
No, he was just there for like, I don't know.
I'm just like, why are
8
you
minutes or
sitting
something?
on top of me? Like,
Yeah.
you're not like an
It was so,
overweight
it was so
person.
ridiculous. It's like,
yeah.
we don't know you like that, buddy.
That's right. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get him out of here, Dave. Dave, get over here. Get him out of here.
Come here, Dave.
That's
I'm
right.
special.
That's why we all just bumped down one.
My promotion of this show is what keeps it going.
That's right, Dave. You better be thanking us.
Mhm.
You better be thanking us because we are responsible for at least 3 of the people that go to this convention.
At least.
And you
I
don't-
can talk at least one person into maybe
Oh,
coming down to
but-
your convention.
and against their will, hundreds. If I
Lots.
steal a school bus, look at me, kids crawling all over this place. Okay, we might take them back to school after that. Maybe we just drop them in McDonald's.
But
somewhere.
look, the kids, they're very desensitized. They're
Give 'em the
used to
credit card?
shooting.
yeah, well, I mean,
these
you know,
monsters
it's-
don't
it's-
scare them.
No, they're not afraid. No, the
They're
teeth-
dodging bullets.
the
They're
teeth-
Neo in the
yeah,
Matrix.
That's right. The teeth don't do what they used to do. Yeah, they're not as worried about it anymore. Yeah.
We got to step it up to scare these
It's
kids.
true.
These
Yeah,
days.
you got to get a little more scary. But so we didn't last terribly long on Saturday. We didn't
No,
really
I think we
hang around.
kinda-
It was
After
just
that.
like you know.
I think we kind of gave a
we left
yeah.
at what, like 10 something? I
yeah,
think.
yeah, because
Yeah.
but then after
well,
that,
it's so
people were
far
that-
too.
Well, that's the other thing
We
too.
had to drive
But
about an
everybody was
hour.
saying it was dead down there anyway, which it pretty much
Mhm.
was. So
It was, yeah.
there was a bunch of people in the like lobby there, but
I think
Mhm.
Saturday, yeah, and Saturday was kind of like so busy, revolving door, fast turnaround. I don't feel like there was much to do as far as like hanging out on a Saturday.
right.
Well, and that's the crazy part because Saturday was always like the busiest day at Hunt Valley.
Yeah.
Like there was
Mhm.
always stuff going on and things to
Mhm,
look at and like
mhm.
people.
It
and-
was busy, but it wasn't like the same where people were hanging around and the kind of there was a lot of cool stuff after the show to watch.
Mhm.
Right.
I was really all about like the after show,
Yeah.
like
Like,
yeah,
right, you
yeah.
hang out.
Well,
you
glowing in
yeah.
the like
Well, and even
basking in the
Sunday.
glow of the bar.
Even
Totally,
Sunday though,
totally.
like
With Robert
the,
Engwood.
the
Yes.
aftermath of all of it was it was just like
it
it's
just
done.
dissolved.
It
Yeah.
was dead so quick.
Everybody ripped up. They were out of there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went back the next day, Sunday,
Yes.
and it's Sunday, and I think we I can't remember if we had some goals. I think we
I
were
think
trying
we
to
jumped
our
into Lillard's line.
yes.
Yeah, that was
'cause
that
I
was
kept
our main
wandering
thing.
around, yeah.
Because you ended up making besties with the line guy.
Yeah, he saw my Berserk jacket, and he was
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
Berserk with me. He's like, "Hey," he's like, "Look, I gotta ask you, who's your favorite character?" And I was
Mhm.
like, "Well, it's Guts, of course." And
Oh
he's
my
like, "Okay,
God,
fair,
wait.
fair, but."
We forgot about the girl. The name your top 5.
Oh,
Oh yeah, was that
yeah,
Saturday?
That was Saturday.
That was
Okay,
also-
yeah.
okay,
at,
so-
at one of the instances where we're at the bar
Yeah.
for an eternity.
This is why we didn't
think we
go
came-
back to the bar.
Right.
Yeah, I think it was when we came back down. So there's this dude who I'm standing next to waiting to get a drink, and he just starts chit chatting with me a little bit. He's super nice,
Mhm.
and he keeps he keeps volleying some barbs at like the service and things like that.
Right.
So I was like, okay, let's get to talking. So we start chit chatting a little bit, and he was like, yeah, I'm here for my girlfriend. I'm mostly into like music and stuff. I'm like not super into horror. So I'm like, I'm a musician. So we start talking lots of music and stuff. His girlfriend shows up, and she's like, she looks like the typical, like the typical type of con goer.
Yeah.
Black
Congoer, girlfriend.
lipstick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Leather.
exactly.
Fake leather.
Fake leather.
Now, I'd also like to point out that while you were doing all of this for a good almost half an hour,
Mhm.
Allison and I are standing against a railing waiting to get a seat
Yeah, we're just
while
waiting.
you're just chatting it up with your
Well,
new
to be
buddy
fair-
over here.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
We're just like in the background because it's either that or you just awkwardly like hover behind Matt.
Yeah,
and it's
exactly
like,
right.
we
Well,
don't wanna
so
be
the thing was-
creepers,
Yeah.
like-
There was I was wedged in between two people sitting. And
Right.
it happened to be the guy on my right was one I was talking to.
yeah.
But I was also just standing, but just like on with my elbows on the bar.
Right.
The people next to me on the left, they get up and they're like, "Hey, can you just like make sure nobody?" Well, the girl's like, "Can you make sure nobody like does anything to our drinks?" And the guy's like, "Just make sure it's like fentanyl. Just make it quick.
Yeah,
Just make it quick, baby. Just make it good."
there you
And
go.
I was like, "Okay, goodbye."
goodbye.
And so they were, they were strange, but they were not
Mhm.
giving their seats up.
hmm
So at some point,
If we poisoned their drinks, they would have.
we
They
could have
sure
definitely.
would have.
You didn't know them. You didn't have to keep a promise.
Yeah.
That's true, but I feel like the service would have gotten even
You
worse.
got to deceive them. I'm telling you.
You gotta deceive 'em.
them.
So we, I'm chatting with this guy. I think Allison found a spot at some point,
I did.
Mhm.
and then his girlfriend shows up, and she's of
And Matt
course
hopped aside
Yeah, right.
to my
Yeah.
left.
So,
yeah.
so
there's
now
two
we
seats open up.
sandwiched them.
Now
Yes.
we
right. Well,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
So now I'm still stuck in my one standing position, and then Matt and Allison are over on the side sitting down, and they're just kind of like they're not looking to have like a chit chat time
No.
with some randos.
Matt and I were
No.
chatting about our own thing. and
Exactly.
You guys
right.
are doing your own thing.
Yeah.
And then the girl starts turning to Matt and she says something about his mustache.
Oh yeah, she said if I ever had to have a mustache, if I ever grew a mustache, I'd want it to be just like your mustache. And I thought it's strange that you just said mustache 3 times in one sentence. But secondly,
wasn't the-
thank you.
That wasn't the strangest thing.
no,
about her.
that was the first flag,
Oh,
and
just
then
wait.
and then I stopped looking at her from my peripheral vision. Just some girl sitting over there in pleather, and looking over to the face now, telling me about my mustache. I knew I was in trouble. I could see the black holes spinning in her eyes, and she started asking the questions, and that's when the
Mhm.
interview started.
The interview began.
Yeah, that's when the interview
The boyfriend was like super chill because we were just naturally going on to different topic to topic to topic.
Uh-huh.
And she launches in, she's like, okay, so what's your top 5 favorite horror movies? And I
That's
was
right.
like, I didn't realize I was taking a test today. I didn't realize it was college. This is what I have nightmares about. I have nightmares.
Which ones can
I'm like, who launches in with like, name your top 5 horror? I
Right.
don't. Well, like,
I'm guessing she has some social awkwardness.
Yeah.
Well, whatever the
it's a pretty fair guess at that place. It's just more of a matter of what level. I almost killed myself, Julie.
so she was a trip.
Yeah, it was interesting. I was
Yeah.
like,
But
okay,
they-
well, this stalled that
They,
conversation.
they
out.
followed us.
Saturday,
They
though.
followed us. So that was
Yeah.
it. All worked out,
was
and
fine.
we made it through.
Yeah.
We eventually got drinks, and
And then some guy next to me kept saying, "Do you think I should lean under the beer tap?"
oh yeah, that was
That got
great. Looking
weird.
for a friend, another guy looking for a friend,
I don't want
and
any
eventually we're
friends.
like, we're done with these new friends.
And then we went
now.
to go have dinner.
We're gonna,
because, yes.
it's time to
Yep.
get out of here.
So
Yeah,
then
we had
the
to
next
escape
day
the bar.
happened, though.
Yes. So that Sunday we just wandered around, got the Lillard line. While Matt and Allison
Dude,
were there for
that
a billion
sucked.
years. Yeah.
It took
That
forever, and
sucked.
the line wasn't that bad.
No.
When we got up there, I was like, oh, we'll get through this in maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Well, we would have,
Nope.
except he had a photo op, and then
Yeah.
we were like
Literally-
4 people away
yes.
from being like having
was
done the
insane.
moment.
Yeah.
So we sat there another hour and a half.
We stood there for at least an hour and a half. We did get to watch Skeet do his like
Who
scooting
cares
around.
about the Skeet?
Yeah.
It was not really
There
that
you
exciting.
go. There you go.
Ugh.
Yeah. What
He
a
just looks like any other York dude looking for a beer on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He pretty much just does,
No
honestly.
offense, Skeet Ulrich. Like
That's it.
you just seem like a normal dude, which
Yeah.
is fine.
just
Compliment.
well,
Yeah.
and, sometimes they're out there just like
Yeah.
Ron Perlman. They're just
Well,
just
Ron
sit-
Perlman
they're
was
just
there,
sitting over
but-
there.
Ron was there.
I had enough experiences with Ron Perlman to
Yeah.
say I didn't really care to have more
he
with him.
didn't care to have
he gave
experience with
someone
you
a
either.
hug.
I witnessed. We
Yeah.
looked over from the line,
It's a
the
rarity.
Matthew Lillard
Yeah.
line.
He was in a good mood that day.
Man, I was just standing there. My back was like starting to just kind
Dude.
of give out on me because I was
Mhm.
standing for an
Ugh.
eternity.
If
Yeah.
we hadn't paid already, I would have left.
Yeah, I would have
I
too.
think I would have left.
We contemplated just leaving
Well,
anyways.
Then
Yeah.
we do finally get up to
Yeah, we get up to
His
him.
Majesty.
His Majesty.
And he's like very nice, but like
Yeah, he get-
poor Matt brings up like, hey, like, do you remember this was like a while ago, but do you remember
I was like
back in 2019?
2019.
He's like, dude, that's like 5 years ago. Like, how am I supposed to remember that or whatever? And then he said he did end up like covering it and said something like,
No, he goes.
I
Yeah.
think about it every day.
He goes, yeah, I think about it every day. And I
Yeah.
was like, I knew you would. And I patted him on the back, and I was like,
There you go.
thanks.
Take
I was
a
like, this-
fucking picture.
Here's that. Take the fucking
He just reminds me of like an uncle.
Here's your 80
know.
fucking
Yeah,
dollars.
there you go.
Yeah, I was like, this is fine. I mean,
He's like nice.
it doesn't
enough, but-
diminish it. Like it is weird that we were hanging out, but it was way less it's way less of an interesting story after
Yeah.
watching him
Right.
Yeah.
just go flit through the whole con,
Mm-hmm.
constantly
Mhm.
all about like it's almost like he always thinks the cameras are always on him and that he is
Sure.
absolutely the
Whose
main character.
Whose line has
Not
felt worth it?
maliciously. Whose line felt worth it?
Yeah.
Well, for me, I think waiting all day for John Carpenter was pretty awesome.
That would be a
because
good
he's that to me was like I never thought I'd meet John
Mhm.
Carpenter.
Sure.
And then I met him twice, and I was just like, it was wild. The other time I got to wait at home
Yeah,
during
right.
COVID,
Yeah,
which was
beautiful
cool.
thing. Yeah, even better.
But it was also very brief. But he's actually a really like down to earth,
Uh-huh.
normal ass fucking guy to
Mhm.
talk to. So I liked him. Who do I feel like was worth
Remember
it?
when we waited for
We never-
Sam Raimi for forever?
That was worth it. He was cool.
Was it?
I liked him actually.
Tim
a
Curry
lot.
was
He
worth
seemed
it.
Nice. Tim
Tim
Curry,
Curry
would
was
be
worth
worth
it.
it.
was worth it. And we had chairs. They moved us to a room at one
So
point.
nice.
They're like,
Yes.
okay, you guys can sit in here because it's
Oh,
going to take a while.
That was
Yeah,
good.
that'd be
I remember
good.
that.
Yeah.
Sam Raimi was like, he was plenty nice. He was like,
I-
you're more handsome than
Yes, that's why it was worth it because he told me I was better looking, better looking than Bruce
Yeah.
Campbell.
Yeah.
And I know he said it because if I recount that to Bruce Campbell, it'll get
Mhm.
under his skin.
Absolutely right. Absolutely
It's all
right.
it's all just to fuck with him.
He's giving you the bullet to shoot.
Mhm.
That's
Yep.
right. And I got the Sam Raimi
That's
bullet
right.
loaded
That's
in the
all
chamber.
You need to do, load him up.
It was worth it because I absolutely never ever thought I'd meet that guy.
Sure.
So I would 100% go back and through that line again.
Mhm.
Not to mention it was pretty chill because we got to sit in the hallways and then we also got to leave for like a while. Remember the
did.
nice people that held our spot in line?
Yes, that was very.
That was
nice
pretty
of
cool.
them.
So and that was New Jersey, so it was like
yeah,
chaotic.
Yeah,
But
right.
I don't know. As far it wasn't really worth it for the Lillard. I really did it because I know you wanted to meet him.
I
Mhm.
think
I
would've
otherwise would have just been
rather-
like, I had my experience
I
with him
think
and
I
it was
would have
free.
rather have had.
In
Like,
fact, he gave me beer.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
he paid
me.
shit. He paid for my shit.
I think I would have rather have had like a genuine like just a random experience.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't really fully enjoy all of like the paid experience because I'm just like I don't know what to talk to you about.
I know,
Right,
and so
right.
that's more of a personality thing. I really only enjoy paying for the experience when I admire that person's work a whole
He-
lot, or they do something that's special to me that I'm like,
Mhm.
I gotta have this moment where I can just say like,
Yeah.
I so much appreciate this thing.
He
you've
looked
done.
like he was ready for me to cry. Like he like is waiting for whoever's up
Yeah,
there to cry.
he's like
Because
looking
he
at
wants-
you.
He wants
He's
to
looking.
suck
He's
up
trying to
those
stare you
tears.
down.
He
Yeah,
wants to suck up those tears,
Yeah.
baby. Yeah, but it was
Gotcha.
fine. It was fine. We
It was all
saw
right.
him.
It was fine. He wasn't like he
Yeah.
was impolite or anything like that.
Was that kind of the end of our day?
That was
Did we
the
do-
Yeah, we know because we stuck around until everybody was tearing down.
Right.
we went
Because
and
then
watched
kinda,
we went and like ate lunch or like a late lunch or a dinner and
Yes.
we watched like a football game.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
And then
watched
we
the
were like
Ravens, yeah.
and that kind of like led up to towards the end of the
Well, then we
con.
started looking for Don.
right.
Now we were
and
searching for
then-
Don because we
then we
well no
found
we
David
saw Don that day. We saw
Yeah.
Don the day of and we saw
Oh,
he had a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
mustache.
Yes.
But we didn't want to bother him because he was
Yeah.
he was in patrol mode.
Right.
And so we wanted to make sure we
He was
didn't
working.
mess with him. So what did you
Yes.
say at the end there?
David
Oh, this
Arquette.
was I forgot about
Yeah.
I forgot about this.
No, that's the best part.
This is the best- this is
This
the
was the best part.
Yes.
This trumped the Matthew Lillard
Honestly,
first experience
this
actually.
was so freaking funny. So like what? So we wander upstairs and we catch note of David Arquette.
Uh-huh.
He's got his suitcases. He's going.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
We're
like,
behind him.
let's follow him.
So we weren't trying to follow him exactly.
we
just
were.
happened to be.
Yeah.
Did we
was-
start off following him
No, well,
as soon as we saw him? We were following him
down in the
Or at
escalator?
least I was.
yeah, because where is he
Yeah.
going? He's
'Cause I
going to
took off.
Don.
Yes.
That's true. We did.
Yes.
He was like a
So-
beacon for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
So we start following
Do
him
you
down the escalator.
Remember?
yeah.
He goes down the escalator and he proceeds to do like a
He does
downward
like a
dog.
downward
Like, what the fuck is David Arquette
Like-
doing? Is he having a heart attack?
No, like a full on. I'm not just exaggerating it, you guys.
No.
He goes and he touches the other stair.
He's like straight up
He bends-
stretching.
Yeah.
full in half.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, which his flexibility was impressive.
Yeah.
He just
He's
looked
just
tired.
stretching. He's ready. He looked. Oh, you guys didn't see him this close.
I was right behind you guys, and
Yeah.
like he
looked
looked
tired.
he looked
Yeah.
rough.
Okay, no.
Sleepy boy.
Okay, so I there's a reason I saw him a lot closer.
Sleepy
So,
boy.
We're following him around. We're kind of tailing him without being like too obvious. I don't
Yeah, we
feel like
did-
he
I feel
really
like
caught
we did
on
a really good job of that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
because we didn't follow his direct
and
path.
he
It
didn't
just
look. He didn't look sketched out.
Yeah,
we looked
right,
like we were
right.
just going outside too.
Yeah.
So we're going outside and we're outside, right?
Mhm.
And we're looking for Don because we're
Yeah.
really here for Don. You
Yeah.
guys know if you guys have listened to the show, you guys know
Exactly.
Don. He's
Yeah.
the transportation authority.
Yeah.
We love
Um,
Don.
Yeah.
We love Don. He's great. We
Yeah.
were there to see Don.
Right.
It's Don Con. Okay?
Don Con.
So we're looking for Don desperately because we're like, fuck, did we miss him? Are all the celebrities gone?
Right.
And,
And
if they are, then
I
Don's
see David Arquette over there next to us, and so I walk over to him and I was like, "Hey, you guys,
Excuse me, David Arquette.
you guys are like fucking not.
Nope.
You guys are like did
Nope.
not want to do with anything to do with it." I walked over to David Arquette because I'm like, I bet you he knows if Don's here or not
Yeah,
because
of
he's
course, of
probably
course.
waiting
Matt
for
and I
him.
very quietly just shuffle up. to the
Yeah,
side.
nope, we're going over here.
I walk right up to him. He takes the hit off of his little
Vapey
vape
thing?
thing.
Right.
Yeah.
It looked like a it kind of looked like one of those like a kazoo.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like it was colored like that. He takes a little zoot off his
It's the only thing
kazoo.
I can do to keep myself happy. I just have a little kazoo here I play sometimes.
I should have one in my pocket just like yeah, me too.
Rough day.
I miss my
He was
ex-wife.
he was
That's it,
having a
yeah.
rough. Oh, my second ex-wife.
Yeah.
Oh, is Courtney Cox's second ex-wife?
No, I was talking about Dave.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Yeah, David Arquette.
No,
No, the
not
other
that
Dave.
Dave.
Oh, that
The other
Dave.
Dave, yeah.
MonsterCon Dave.
Oh,
So no, David Arquette. No, I guess he does have an ex-wife. Anyways, I walk up to him and I was like, "Hey," I was like, do you know Don, the transportation guy?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Do you know if he's still around? Because we're friends with him. I was hoping that we would run into him and we were looking for him." And I was like, "You know if he's still around?" He's like, "Yeah, he should be still around. I think he's doing another run
Run.
through here."
Right.
I was like, "Okay, cool, thanks." And I walked away from him.
And then
he-
as soon as
and
you did
he
that, he was like,
gone.
"Fuck you guys!" And he turned
Well,
around and disappeared back. into the
Somebody
building.
else came up to him
Yeah,
after me.
that's right.
I
that's
think
right.
I think our interaction was fine. I think
Yeah.
he was like, because I walked away, I was like, I just fucked off, and I was like, I'm done. But I
Yeah.
think he then that combined with a woman walking up to him and bothering him,
right. Got
made him
time to
go,
bail.
He ran
Yeah.
away.
I'm done.
Mayday.
Quick like a bunny.
So
Yeah,
he runs off and he kind of disappears, and we're looking for Don. Well, then all of a sudden we see, I think it's Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah.
Yes.
We see Jeffrey
across the
Combs.
street.
You didn't see him because
You guys saw
you
him.
were dashing past him to chase after Don.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
This,
no, that's
this
so-
is the
Yes.
opposite.
so-
we
so-
see
Yes.
Don.
So
Yes.
yeah, coming
We
out
see
from
Don.
across the street.
Yeah.
Don appears
Yeah.
like a
And Matt-
Pokemon.
Matt is like,
And I got the Pokeball in my pocket, cocked and ready to go.
Aw.
I'm like,
That's right.
so Matt's chasing him.
Yeah.
I'm in the battle with him, and I'm
Yeah,
trying to
he's-
get
he's
Pikachu out there,
locked
like
in.
incapacitate him.
Yep.
I need to electroshock Don.
That's right.
So I'm pacing behind him. This time a little bit less. I'm not trying to. I'm not worried about spooking him the way I was with David Arquette because
Right.
I don't think Don's got the radar.
No.
Don's an arrow. He's heading
He-
straight.
Oh my God! Yeah, he's locked
He's
in.
been
a
launched.
man on a mission.
Yep, all the time.
Yes.
All the
Yes.
time.
So Don is in pursuit, and I'm in pursuit of Don.
Right.
So I'm chasing Don. Apparently, I walk past Jeffrey Combs.
We're still standing back at the doors where David Arquette left, and Matt is bolting after Don, and he cuts between Don and Jeffrey Combs. Completely oblivious.
He's probably trying to get to Don.
He probably was. He probably was.
I'm
And
like, get the fuck out of the way.
You cut him off, and then somebody came from the side, a fan or something, and held him up. So, so you stopped.
I
him.
like Fast and
Somebody
Furious
else- yeah,
knocked him off the road.
That's it. Somebody
Yeah.
slam dunked it.
I've
They
Vin
got the
Diesel'd him.
layup. They got the layup and did the slam dunk. Yeah, they kill it. So yeah, so then you
Oh,
so then
fuck.
you get around the corner and you find Don.
But this just goes to show you, I didn't care. Jeffrey Combs, I didn't even see him.
That's
I'm
it.
here for Don.
You're in Don mode too. You're
was-
like an arrow
I just follow Don's trail.
all the way.
And so I chased Don in, and he kind of looped himself to where we were,
Right.
in the like just behind the doors where you guys were standing.
Right.
And I catch him and I start talking to him, and I'm like, "Hey, Don," and he
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, hey." So he shakes my hand and stuff, and he's like, "Oh yeah, is everybody else here?" And I was like, "Yeah, everybody's here." And
Mhm.
you guys,
We
meander
appeared.
your
Around the
way in.
corner, yeah.
Yep. And so we just got into our conversation with Don. It was like a whole thing.
Yeah.
We talked to him for
Old Don.
Little Don.
Like 10 or
Changed
15
numbers
minutes.
eventually.
Oh yeah, yep. And then last minute, we're trying to figure out how we're going to get in touch with Don. Matt's like, I'll just go ask for his number.
You guys are stressing. You guys are like, we can't
Well,
talk
see,
to him
this is-
again.
this is
We
what
just said goodbye
Leave
to
him
him.
alone. Leave Don alone.
I was like, you guys
"No,
want a picture with Don?"
I'm gonna-
Why'd I get the picture with Don? Come on. Come on.
My girlfriend needs to
My
know.
girlfriend doesn't believe you're real, Don. Yeah,
Wait, did
yeah.
you deceive him?
No,
Did you-
I
Oh,
didn't
you
tell
never
him the whole-
told him
No,
that?
I didn't tell
we
him the
never
whole
got
thing.
to.
Oh.
Because he was also like sick or whatever.
Yeah,
His wife was
because
sick.
his
Yeah.
wife was under the weather. He had to go pick up the
So
food
the last
and all
thing he
Yes.
that
wanted
stuff.
was to like have his wife
Yeah,
pass
but
it was so-
on.
That's right.
It
Yeah,
was
we didn't
so
want to be responsible
the
for
most-
Mrs. Don's death.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah, we're already responsible for our
So
missing a
many
bunch of
others.
phone calls. So,
Right. A lot of distress that night, I'm sure, was held in the Don
Oh, my wife's
household.
calling me.
And he's like,
Whatever.
boop.
yeah, we made
I
it
have
through.
friends.
That's it. But yeah, it was good. We
I
got
like
we got
Don.
our Don time in.
Don was getting. He was also, by the way, getting like pulled aside by
Yeah.
random people.
Mhm,
Yeah.
Other
You
people
know,
knew him.
All the people from the con
I was
knew
like,
him.
no, but we're his real friends.
Those other people, though, the first person that pulled him aside
Mhm.
was the ex-wife.
Oh,
He was
yeah, it
saying
was.
goodbye
Yeah.
to her.
Yes.
It was
And
right.
then there was somebody with her, so I assume it maybe one of her
Mm.
kids or something like that. So
Yeah.
somebody from the family that he knew. So it wasn't just the participants, the attendees. They're not dialed in on Don.
no,
just
no,
yet.
no. They don't
Yeah.
really know
Yeah,
Don.
they don't know what's going on.
They
there.
don't know Don like we know Don.
No, we
but
know
he's
Don.
he was so comfortable. He's like, oh yeah, I got the mustache. He goes, I know this guy'd like it.
Yeah, pointing to me.
That was great. But he's so comfortable, like he's
Yeah, he
easy to
likes
chat
us.
with.
Yeah,
he's,
hell
he's
yeah.
a nice
Yeah.
dude.
Yep. Yeah, Don's
Oh.
the man. Yep, it's good.
We love Don.
So
we love
Don
Don.
Con was a success.
There we go. That's all we needed.
yeah,
That's
and
it.
I got his number. So
and,
at the
and
end,
Matt's got the number. That's
I walked over and I was like, I'm just gonna go ask him. I said, hey Don, I was like, I feel like we should probably just exchange numbers so we can keep in touch. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, probably a good idea.
there you go. There
And
you
he's like,
go.
all right. So I was like,
It's only taken years.
That's right.
I was like, here's I'll text it to you. And he goes, what's your wife's name again? And I was like, Allison. He's like, I had a sweetheart back in. He always talking about other other girls, by the way. I had a sweetheart back in high school named Allison. He's like, she's a real sweet girl that your wife is. And I was like, oh yeah, no,
Aw.
she's really nice. He's like, but he likes you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, we were like, he
And
was
then you guys brought up Carolyn from Maryland, and the sweat started.
That's
'cause,
right. I
like-
started buckets. Dump them buckets.
Carolyn, but thankfully, Carolyn's your guardian angel.
I know,
She's around the world. She's a model around the world. Don informed us that Carolyn is retired riding a motorcycle across America.
What's the
She's
dog's
in.
name again?
She could be anywhere.
Is the dog's name?
She's not here.
Is it Steve? What's
What?
the dog's name?
Oh yeah, she's got
I
a
don't
dog.
remember, but this is, no. It doesn't matter. The fact we don't remember is even better because Don said it. And it's like he said the name of the dog. He's like, you know.
her
know.
dog.
You know-
Oh yeah.
Well, then he didn't realize that he struck a nerve with Matt because Matt's like, yes. Oh fuck off!
Of course, we know her dog.
Started
Yeah, well,
melting.
I mean, some kind of stranger if I didn't know her dog. Of course, I do know. I do know her dog.
Probably smells my dog.
It was like Steve or Larry. I don't know.
It probably just smells my dog. Like you didn't pick up on what he said.
Ooh.
Oh my God! But yeah, so then
Don.
Don faded onto the over the horizon.
Yes.
Yes.
And we went home.
we followed suit back to our mysterious parking garage.
Yes.
Mhm.
That
Oh,
held
I
the
forgot.
car and gave it back to us. It
For
wasn't
$10.
for $10 again.
Got it right back out.
It's like the Cave of Wonders in Aladdin. Yeah.
That's right.
What an adventure we had.
I forgot on Sunday that was the lady from Long Legs. I was talking to her
Oh,
that
yeah.
story. I still can't,
right.
and all that time between the one I brought it up and now, I can't remember her name.
Mia Fablia. I don't
Mia
know.
Fablia.
Yeah.
Mia Fablia. So
It was Mia something, wasn't it?
No.
No.
no, I don't think
I
so.
thought
Well.
I followed her for a second on Instagram and then I unfollowed.
Oh, you
her.
did. So apologies to her, but
She
not
was
that she
very
was not. She was a nice lady, but she had an emotional support dog with her
Yeah.
named, what was his name again? I know you probably remember,
It was a oh my
like
God.
Walter or something like that.
No, it was Ernest.
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 There
It was
we go.
Ernest.
There you go.
Ernest. So she
'Cause
has.
Ernest P. Worrell.
That's right. So she has a service dog with her.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna go get my wife
Alicia
really
Witt.
quickly. Alicia Witt.
There
Thank you.
go.
Yeah, that's
That's
her.
it.
So I was like, let me go get my wife. She's like, she like loves hold on a minute. I was like, hold on, I gotta go
man.
get her.
I felt
So
like the
I went and got you, and
biggest-
you're like, oh God, no.
I was like, what am I supposed to say?
No.
So I go up and I was like, I feel like the biggest jerk because I'm here to see your dog. Like,
And I was like, oh look, I was like, there's her dog, and
and I was like, oh my God, this dog is so perfect.
I'm
What
like-
kind of dog is this?
I'm like your guy's nightmare. I'm just like,
It's
hey,
great though. No, it's great because
come on.
again, you got to get.
She
you
was
have to
very
get
nice,
lured into the
but
dumpster
I
fire.
did feel really bad because I was like, she could tell I was not there to see her. I was just there to see her dog.
I
guess.
wasn't. I wasn't really there to see her.
Yeah, that's it.
It's all right. She was fine.
She knew how to read the writing on the wall. She put it there herself. You know,
Here you go.
how you gonna
Thanks.
do it? Yeah.
I'm a little thirsty.
Oh, sure. Have at it. Yeah. Yeah. Go
I
for
don't have
it.
any water on
You're
me.
just like, she's just pointing at my beer. And I'm just like, yeah, go
there
ahead.
you go. That's it. Well,
But
yeah,
yeah.
that was Don Con, and we, you know, we'll see. There's another one coming up in May. They've kind of locked us in.
Yeah, so
this
there's now
venue
two
for a bit,
shows
but-
as they were going to do before in Hunt Valley. There's now
Yeah.
2 shows that are going to be taking
you guys
place in
wanna
the
go to the
Inner
spring one?
Harbor. We can try. When is
Yeah.
it supposed to be?
In
April.
May.
April, I think.
Oh, April.
April or
yeah,
May,
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Whatever it is.
We'll see.
As long as it's not overlapping with something important, then yeah.
You
like
know,
our
do,
birthdays.
Do another.
Right. If
Check
you're-
it out. Right.
Yeah, and you guys' birthdays are right next to each
But
other.
even so, I mean, if it's good,
Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll check it out.
I
see
think it
what's-
just
what's
depends
going
on who's there.
Mhm.
I don't know.
It's certainly not going for the venue anymore. That's for
no.
sure. Yeah.
There's no emotional
Yeah. there's
like
I
nothing
wouldn't-
there.
attachment to it.
I don't mind checking out the vendors because I did feel like there was different vendors there and more vendors
There's-
there.
Yeah, the
yeah, there-
vendors
yeah,
were good, but
yeah.
like, I
What was
don't
your What was
know.
your take, Matt? On we went to the me and Allison talked about this. There's a one vendor who was selling those like they were like these plush versions of like monsters.
Oh
movie
yeah,
monsters.
yeah. I know. What you're talking
Frankenstein, werewolf.
Oh, and I was
then
kind
there
of
was
like,
Tarman
were
and
you were
Bub
you there
from
for my reaction
Day of the Dead.
to it? Yeah.
Allison was like, she's like, I don't think that they're that great.
Well,
It
Matt-
doesn't
Matt
warrant
was
that
like-
price.
well,
the
Matt was like-
pricing was
Matt
high.
was so sweet. He was like, "Look, they've got Wolfman," and I was like, "Mm-hmm."
Like, do you like that? She's like,
I
"Mm."
normally I love Wolfman, but I
Yeah.
just didn't really. I don't know. I didn't like the whole like. I don't know. There's plenty of stuff on like Etsy that I'd be like, "Heck yeah,
Mhm.
that yes." But then he was like, "Oh, this Tarman's like $140 because it's licensed."
But you can't
Yeah.
buy it now. You can
No, no, you can
pre-order
And you
pre-order
can't
it.
buy
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I looked on his website.
And then you just send me your
$140?
email and I'll give it to you.
Right. I mean, it is the guy. I looked
Yeah.
on it. I looked on the website, but it
Look.
was the only way to get it. I'd have to reach out.
$140
Mhm.
though. I don't know.
Yeah.
So his other stuff was selling for 80, and I was like, oh, that's a nice, reasonable price. These are
Mhm.
like 18-inch plush, with vinyl heads and like. And I don't know too much about that. Like, I don't like collect that kind of stuff really.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit ignorant on it, and I was like, let me just do some research and see if that's like
That's a
decent
better
price or
idea.
not.
Yeah. Yeah. Do
I
that
didn't
ahead
think
of
the
time.
price-
But 140 is kind of high. I feel
Oh
like
my God,
definitely
yeah.
high.
it's
Like,
twice the amount of one of their other products.
Yeah,
So I'm
no
like,
way.
these prices, dude. I don't know if it's just like inflation or like this is the way that everything else is going. I mean, I guess it is because all my bills went up by like at least $100.
Mhm.
So I mean, I guess I should just get used to it that now my money means nothing. So
Well, and you know damn well that it's not the same price to have the convention at that place as it was for the Hunt Valley Hotel. So
true.
So I'm
Good
sure
point.
the buck gets passed on down the line too.
Gotta be
Yeah,
right.
the bills all around. So, but whatever it is. But yeah, we'll check it out. We'll make it happen. We're
Yeah,
not
we'll
doing weird
see. We
news
need
because
content.
we've been going on and on and on.
Yeah,
This is
plus-
MonsterCon review.
Yeah, that's
Matt's-
right. That's right. We
Matt's birthday special MonsterCon review.
Yeah.
just another year. You're stuck
Don
with me.
Con,
We're marking 12 months of Mod Dumbass still here.
he's here. He made it. He made
Yay.
it through again. To continue to torture your eardrums
Mhm.
from deep within the
Deep
what's-
below
what's
the
that? What's
Earth's
that?
core.
What's that? Cochlear from the
Oh,
Cochlear
yes.
Caves.
Yes.
Oh!
But from deep inside your Cochlear Caves, we'll see you next time. I guess. Well, another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt.
And Allison.
That's it, everybody.
All right.
Keep those cochlears clean.
Bye.
Clean 'em out.
Clean those
You
bad
filthy
boys.
shits.
All right, internet people, we got 4 of you. This
4?
whole thing
Oh, hi.
is going to be an online episode. We're going to have the
Yeah,
audio
we-
up for all of the people listening afterwards. But
Our
for those of
computer
you
just
who are
didn't want to
here,
work.
huh?
Those
yeah.
of us who still,
Yeah, it's up now. It's working now. Of
yeah,
course,
it's now
we're all
it's
done.
up. But those
uh,
those of you who came and stayed for this,
That's right.
Thank you.
know, you got it.
Thank
You
you.
got it first. You got it
Yeah.
first. Juan says, "Welcome to 36."
One.
I'm here, Juan.
And
I made it.
Juan wants to be Candyman next year, half Sammy Davis Jr., half Tony Todd.
Heck yeah.
Juan, I want that for you.
I
I
love
do.
it.
Yeah,
Oh my god, that'd be great.
got to stay for the costume contest if you do it
Oh
though.
Yes.
no, Juan.
You have to.
Oh man,
I guess you know what.
Look how
we
how
should
has
all
there not
we should
been
all
a Tony
just take
Todd,
a
though?
dress. We should
We're
all
kinda
dress up.
locked in. We're kind of locked in this because costume contest is Saturday and then
Mhm.
Don's on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
We could do it.
We can.
We could do it. I will say honorable mention to the Beetlejuice who won. His
Yeah.
costume
Yeah, it was
was
pretty good.
fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
There was some good ones.
Yeah.
Dana, for sure. But yeah. Okay. All right. We're done. We love you. Goodbye.
Okay, bye. See ya.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Goodbye.